Get ready to enjoy the best podcast of your life on The Courtney Show podcast, fueled by Salt and Smoke.
Sometimes things are tough, but if you got your family, it's enough. Making lots of friends along the way, especially in the Great Taste Gang. We've got your latest food news and scores from the Cardinals and the Blues. Nikki's part of the crew, and Greg Warren too. SeaWorld and Brando and Casey too. And Ethan and Sean and Emily and Mark and Marty and Randy, Guy and Risley and all the moms and convies. Welcome to the Courtney Show.
Good morning. Welcome to Monday. And apparently we have two people on the same show that have gigantic thumbs.
Well, one person I think has had that thumb for quite some time.
That's right. I'm no
Another
longer
is a new,
the same one, too.
A new large thumb convert.
What in the world happened?
It was not good.
Did you look? Can we guess? Is there any way we can guess?
Oh,
Sure.
Well, I
Okay.
was already thinking about
Yeah, but is it possible that we will?
Yeah, it's not wildly uncommon.
Did you?
I was going to say, I assumed it has something to do with moving things around in the house.
I went
a
to.
lot of that going on.
I went straight to slipping on a gumball.
No. No. No.
So no slipping,
No.
no
I
falling.
did not lose my feet.
It was. It was something inside the house.
Oh, I know what it is. It was one of the 9 TVs fell and crushed your thumb.
No.
It was something inside the house?
No.
Well, not inside the house.
No.
Was it on your property?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Was it picking your son up?
No.
Was it picking your wife?
No.
There's I know a little bit about it. I know there's a fracture and a laceration. Is that correct?
Oh, a laceration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, was this a crushing injury?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, the door?
Yeah.
Was it the car door?
Yeah.
It was.
I rented a cargo van to get. We have a lot of stuff over at Chris's house that we moved in there when we first put our house on the market.
Oh, right.
So I've been putting it off, and then Saturday was like, I gotta go get all that stuff. So my dad was with me, and yeah, we rented a U-Haul van, and it's not fun to talk
Yeah,
about.
who shut it?
Me. So
Well.
basically we did everything, got all the stuff out. And it was, double doors in the back. Get ready. If you're squeamish, give us a few
You
seconds.
don't have to go into gruesome detail.
Double doors in the back, and I went to just slam them both simultaneously, and as they go, I see that it's the kind where one has to
and
go
another.
first and then
Sure.
another.
So you went to grab it.
I went to grab it.
Yeah.
I thought I had more.
And you really put some gusto in the slamming of the doors.
Well, you grabbed it.
It was full gusto.
My mom did. I don't know how, but she also slammed her finger or her hand in a car door, and her finger's still. She didn't take care of it properly.
it's still wonky.
Yeah.
It's all messed up.
Aaron, we had that happen with Aaron when he was. I think it was Aaron or Owen when they were little, in like a sliding, like
Yes.
a van door. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like freaking out. And I opened the door and like he was freaked out. But for some reason, it was like the perfect spot on the door where
There was rubber
fine.
or something.
I guess. But it looked like I have the image in my head of like, when I pull this away,
Oh, my gosh.
his hand is going to just fall to the ground. And it was fine. I don't even think he had a bruise.
Oh, mine was not fine.
Did
Well,
yours
I think
hurt?
it's where it happens.
Immediately, I knew.
Was it
this
on?
really bad.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So
Your hand modeling days. You worried
Oh,
about
my
that?
God.
No,
that's
we'll see.
right.
It's going to take some time. So I immediately, my dad's in the house. We were just, getting ready to leave. And I freak out. I'm running laps in the front yard.
Just circles like it. He
Like
was
trying
just
to run off the pain.
He's
Yeah,
like trying
just
to
like-
he's trying to catch you, just like you were little.
Total panic. So then I go into the house and I was like, hospital. I need to go to the hospital. And then I'm pointing to the sink and I'm like, cold water. Well, I still don't really know why, but the water at Chris's house is not on right now.
Oh.
So my dad gets
Probably because he left for the winter during the winter time, and he's like,
turn the pipes off or something.
yes,
I don't
I'm
know.
sure.
So regardless, it was not good timing for that. So my dad goes in the refrigerator and gets one of those Liquid Death, the water, canned water,
Yeah.
which felt great. Fast forward later, my parents got in an argument because it turns out it was like berry flavored. It wasn't just like regular water that I'm pouring on this
Yeah, but it felt good.
deep wound. So then,
Oh, yeah, there's a wound, too. There's a
I was
laceration.
bleeding all over the place. I'm probably gonna have to go back to Chris's and clean up the blood.
Okay,
Oh,
it
just
was-
leave it. Yeah. Don't say anything about it and be like, what blood? What are you talking about?
Well, no, he knows because I told him I'm going to take legal action because it happened on his property. I told him he'd be hearing from Kanzler really soon.
Not unless he gets to him first.
Yeah. So my dad, I don't want to look at it. I don't know what happened. But
Yeah.
I know it's pretty bad.
I understand.
I'm like urgent care, and so we went that Rock Hill urgent care, and my dad. You're supposed to sign in and everything, and I can't use my hand. I also the waiting room was packed, and I'm in there with a bloody towel wrapped around my hand, and I'm just like can't stop sort of moving around. I mean, I'm in a lot of pain. Everyone's looking at me, and you can't write anything. So I'm like, my dad has to write stuff.
Oh, yeah, because it's on your right hand. It's your right thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Thumb's
So then-
very important.
very important.
That's why
Crucial.
dogs can't open doors.
Yes. I mean,
Because
think
they don't
about-
have thumbs.
Right. So I go to the back and I got to fill out more stuff. So I'm like, can you go get my dad to come do this? So he comes in, he's filling it out, and then he's just in there, and it takes a while. I'm like, Dad, you can go. Like, go take the stuff back, get the rental. You're fine. He's like, no, I'm not going to leave him. I'm not going to leave him.
I'm not leaving a man behind.
So I fill the stuff out, and I'm like, Dad, it's fine. And the nurse is in there, and my dad like writes down his phone number and gives it to her. He's like, if anything happens, call me. I'm like, I'm not gonna perish. Like, I'm gonna make it.
Aw, that's pretty sweet, though.
Worst case scenario here, I've lost a thumb, but we already at that point knew I was probably not gonna lose them. But I didn't know if it was broken or what. You're in there for a minute, and
there's not a lot they can do.
Well, then the pain kicks in, and you're like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah. So and you have so much adrenaline pumping, it's insane. So what they had to do was remove the nail, take it off completely, and then I got
Oh my goodness!
which they just numb you. They give you the shots, and then they just pull it out.
Like, look over there.
just like you or I would.
Why
Yep.
did they have to remove the thumbnail?
Because, and I'll show you the picture if you want. The nail was out. It had come out of the nail bed from the bottom, so you could see.
It would have it would have caused more pain if they didn't just remove it.
Part of what I was excited when they said they were going to remove it because it was
Hanging.
out. Yes, it was only attached on the sides, and then the bottom, which is in your thumb, it was just sitting out, and it hurt. It hurt real bad for a
This is
long
getting
time.
gross.
Sorry.
I think we need to
So
dial it back a
they
little on a Monday.
They took that out, and then they gave me stitches in the nail bed underneath.
I wonder if your nail's
was.
gonna grow weird now.
I don't know what's going to happen.
You don't have to go back to get them out. They're the kind that.
Well, I got to see a specialist now.
Why can't you just have a normal injury? Why does it have to involve a specialist?
I don't know. Well, because it's pretty bad. The X-ray you can see, you're like, well, that can't possibly be the break. That's just clearly a thing but no, that's the break. The break, and then it's like the top of my thumb is like pulverized.
How does this affect punk rock Disney? Is there a concern here with you rocking out?
Because I don't play any instruments in that. I was going to play guitar in a song, and now I will
you've
not
been
be.
guitaring it up.
And I was supposed
lately.
to play. I also was like out of my mind for a minute. I'm in there. I called Kevin, because Kevin and I have a show Friday, and I'm like, I can't play guitar. I'm so sorry. Like all kinds of weird. I was doing weird stuff. So
Don't you tell jokes?
So I'm there forever. This happens at about 4:00. I get out of there at like 7:45 probably. It's a long day of all this stuff. And then, lots of painkillers that I'm on and rotating stuff. And I had to consult with the Brando household.
He's not a doctor, but he's married to a nurse.
Yeah,
Lutman.
And, I was 9 months pregnant. So we're both just
She's
groaning all day.
You've gone to great lengths to get
an ounce of sympathy in your home.
Yeah, I know. So we go to bed that night, and I'm on all the painkillers and all that, and wake up in the morning, and I have bled all over our comforter, the sheets, the whole thing. It just kept getting.
Oh my gosh, there's no stopping it?
So yeah, it was bad.
Well, I'm sorry. Man, when did it happen? Saturday?
Saturday afternoon.
You went to the hockey game yesterday?
Went to the hockey game last night.
4 in a row for the Blues.
Under some medication.
Yeah.
That game was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. So we had a good time. We brought both our moms.
I was hoping for a hat trick from Thomas.
Robert Thomas, I know.
He's never had one.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
He looked good. I mean, he's good. We had good seats. Like,
yeah, I saw your video. They were incredible seats. It was you, Emma, and your mom's.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, we had a nice time.
Did it affect your power play dance at all?
Honestly, it did. I appreciate you asking.
That's great news.
Got it one-handed?
I had to get most of the power from the left hand, for sure. And it was the Blues getting...
That could throw things off.
Yeah.
But their power play did look good.
It looked real good.
Maybe we need an all lefty
Yep.
power play dance from here on out.
But I was running into people at the game, and I had to give... like the Blue, you're just walking in Enterprise Center, it's crowded, so it's just a quick kind of... handshake, so I was giving everybody left hand, and I felt weird about that.
I'm sorry. It does sound terrible.
It's a bummer.
How's it feeling right now?
It could have been so much worse. I could have lost my thumb. I could have, it hurts. It hurts bad all the time.
It's just thumping. That's how my thumb feels every day.
No, it's
just
not.
thumps.
No, it's not. Yeah, it hurts bad. It hurts.
Yeah, now you feel the pain of this. Maybe it'll look like this. People think I got this smashed all the time. They're like, did you smash it in something as a
genetic.
youngin'?
You guys might end up with matching thumbs.
Yes, it is genetic. All right.
No,
well,
yeah.
anything
I don't
else?
know how long it takes for the nail to come back, or
Man, I don't know.
Maybe it won't.
Ugh,
You have one of those thumbs.
that would be weird and gross.
Yeah.
All right. People are real happy that you're okay,
Oh,
but
thank
not
you.
about.
Not about the other stuff.
Yeah, they're like,
all right.
I picked the wrong time to eat breakfast. It's a little early. How about you, Brandon? How was your weekend?
Well, I also smashed my thumb. No, I didn't injure myself at all. It was a lot. We had a lot going on this weekend. Amelia had a volleyball tournament, which their team did well in St. Genevieve on Saturday. So those are always like an all-day affair. So that was going all day, and then I had to rush up to Maryville after that to do some like jokes and stuff at this at a church. It was the Copper Creek Christian Church in Maryville. It was like the Empty Nesters group. And so I was
the weirdest
I was doing
thing. How did you get roped
I
into
was
this?
doing that's not roped in. That's how you know you've made it as a comedian.
It is a
Yeah.
weird
Is
thing.
when
That
you're
Copper Creek
performing
Booker is,
for free. It's tough to get through. But they did some sort of like a thing where they tried to get the biggest celebrities they could to show up, and I was on that list.
Oh, well, you are. I mean, you're a big celebrity. You're big time.
But the gal that was in charge of it, Kim.
Did you win?
It wasn't a competition.
Well,
I
it
don't
should
think.
be.
I
To
don't
make
think
the
I-
other people that were supposedly there for their fame feel worse.
If they took a vote, I don't think I would have.
Who were the
won.
other celebrities?
The guy that you know, actually, Bruce Veach, a comedian.
Oh yeah,
He's owned Hey Guys, I think.
He should.
No,
yeah.
I know Bruce.
yeah.
I figured you might know him too.
Yeah,
Great comic.
Is he a comic?
Oh, Bruce. Yeah. He's the
Okay.
real deal. Yeah,
And he knows Greg. He used to open for Greg.
Did
stuff
he
like
own
that.
Hey Guys?
he did. Yeah.
Is he the one that got up there and?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
Salute the troops.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. And then a guy named Sifu. He's from O'Fallon, Illinois. He was on the last season of Survivor.
Oh, that's
So I think we talked to. I was like, when I heard the name, I'm like,
did you get an autograph for Afton?
I got a picture with him. I guess I should have got
Yeah,
an
you
autograph.
should have. You gotta
to
think
give
about
to
that.
her.
Oh, yes, you
Well, I wanted to get a picture with him to show Afton just to rub it in her face.
It's not nice.
Not the nicest way to
So
do
that guy and who else?
it. And three of us.
That was just the three of you?
So did you So Bruce performed.
Yes.
And you opened.
No, they had me go third. And I was like, sitting there as all this was playing, I'm like, this is a terrible spot for me.
So how long did you do?
Oh, I just have like 5-6 minutes or
Okay.
whatever. Like,
How long did Bruce do?
Oh, he probably did 20 minutes.
And you had to go on after him?
Yeah. It was not ideal for me at all.
I'm
yeah.
sure you did great.
It was.
Your
They
five
were
is getting pretty good.
they were happy. that we just showed up. But Sifu was great too. He was teaching
What time
people
was all of this?
Tai Chi and stuff. 6 o'clock, basically. I was supposed to be there at 5:30, but I was late. Because we had to come all the way from St.
That's
Genevieve.
far.
And it was a long stretch.
Why were you in St. Oh, for that
for
volleyball,
the volleyball tournament. So, but yeah, so the gal that ran it, her name's Kim. She like runs the office where my dad works at Barret Plumbing in Belleville,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's how I kind of got roped into doing it. And so then after the show, she was like, "Hey, great job, thank you. If there's anything I can ever do, to repay you, well, my dad drives a truck, like a work truck,
Yeah.
and it's dying. Like, it's,
Did you say, hey,
I was
be
like,
nice if you could get him a better truck?
Panama here needs a new truck. And so I'm trying to
Oh,
work the angle
yeah.
to get a new truck. But my dad so all the ladies in the office there have to deal with my dad because he's been a plumber his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now he's like a manager or whatever. And so he's in the office and he's working with the computers and stuff. And he has no idea what he's doing. And so they joke, as soon as they hear him coming down the hallway, they like dive to get away from him because they know it's going to be some like tech question.
Same question.
And so I said, how about this? If my dad can create a PDF and email it to somebody, he gets a new truck, like all on his own.
Oh,
So they thought that was pretty funny. I don't know if that deal is in place, but that would be worth it, right?
yes.
Like, if he had to learn how to do some technical skill that they would not have to show him anymore.
It would be a great day for everyone.
I think everybody wins.
Yeah. I had a pretty busy weekend. Friday, I went and played golf like right after work. Well, I went home first and let old boy Peebo out first. But then I met some people from the station. It was me and 3 different guys playing. Tim McKernan invited me. He's from the TMA show. So they invited me at his club, and it was beautiful. I mean, it was so nice out. I am still sore. I have not played golf since, I think, the Turkey Bowl that I played in November. I think that's the last time
It's been
I
winter.
had swung a club. Yeah, but we've had some good days.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no excuse. I just don't think I've been, I don't know what the deal is. But it was cart path only, so a lot of walking. But Westboro Country Club is where we were. So I felt like I was very close to you and your family.
You were, yeah.
Yeah.
You should come by after.
Really nice course. First time I'd ever played there. I played terribly bad. I mean, it was bad. It was ugly. But I did have a couple good holes here and there, so I felt good about that. But that was a lot of fun, and I met one of our listeners, Claire. I went in at the turn to use the restroom, and Claire was standing there, and she said, "I'm sorry, I don't want to bother you, but I love your show." I don't even know what she said. She knew who I was. And she said, "I heard you talking about playing golf today. And as soon as I saw you, I'm like, I think that's Courtney." I didn't say where I was playing.
No.
And she went and looked at the sheet on who was playing, and she told her husband. Her husband's like, "Leave her alone."
Yeah, she's probably going to get fired.
I don't
now.
want
You're
that.
not
I
supposed to do that.
thought it was really nice that she's a member out there.
Okay.
But she went and looked at the tee sheet to see if it was me, and it was, and she was very nice, and then she was excited to meet sweet Marty too.
Oh, great.
So Marty, it was me, Marty McKernan, and then Keith, our sales manager here at Hubbard Radio. And so it was a lot of fun.
Excited to meet Keith too.
She
He's a
didn't know
gem.
anything about Keith.
Keith was
She
a
was
gem.
hoping Paws would be with us, but he was not. So I did that, and that was all day. Got home, pretty late. And then Saturday went out and celebrated my friend Sarah's birthday. We went downtown and hit a bunch of spots. It was a lot of fun.
Was it awesome?
It was fun. I had a really good time. We started at Ballpark Village. That's where we all met. We thought that'd be the easiest place. It was after the parade and everything, so we felt it would be easy. And I texted Mike LaMartina, our friend, and said, "Man, do I feel I could have been the parent of every person that was there."
Oh, yeah.
I said, "My back hurts," and he said, "That's how I feel every day." He runs everything.
He's got
out
that
there.
great hair, but he's looking around like, man, these people have great hair too.
It's
but
a
he's-
young people's game out there, Ballpark Village.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Lots of games.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
But there were lots of families as well. But it was fun. He said, we'll get that average down on opening day. It should be average up.
Average up.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was a lot of fun. And then that was a whole day, though. Whole day of just.
Oh yeah, you're in for it.
I did see the funniest thing, and I made a note of it. And I have a couple things to bring up because something that my friend Sarah told me that just happened to her. I want to bring this up and tell you guys about it. But the funniest outfit I saw at Big Daddy's in Soulard. A guy had an Exorcist sweatshirt on, and I don't know why I found that so hilarious. Where's somebody getting an Exorcist?
Like the movie poster?
It just said The Exorcist?
I guarantee it was from like Etsy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, this is somebody that like had to go look for this. They couldn't. They had to find it. I just thought I've never seen. You see movie shirts and sweatshirts. The Exorcist just was a weird one.
And
to me.
that's the day to wear it. St. Patrick's,
Yes.
the day before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going totally against everything St. Patrick's Day.
When that shows up at a Halloween party, you're like, oh, well, that's cool.
I'm going for my Exorcist sweatshirt. I don't know why I found that very, very funny. But a lot to do today. We've got, so much sports this weekend. And since the Blues are hot, I think it's 4 in a row they've won. Good news, we have Kelly Chase coming in this morning.
Oh, nice. Coming in?
And I think Barret Jackman.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
not exactly positive, but they're coming in to promote an event the Blues are doing. And Kelly's story. He's going through cancer treatment right now after fighting it years ago, and now he's going through it again. And I've heard him do interviews on different shows, and you can just see the fight he's got in him, and it'll be good to talk to Kelly Chase. And it's an event that's all about fighting cancer as well. So they'll be in the 9 o'clock hour. And besides that, we'll move Strong Opinions to a time that we can, because they're coming in a little after 9, so it'll interfere. And you guys want to hear our Strong Opinions, I'm sure.
They do.
And we didn't do one on last Monday, since you guys were gone.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll do a Strong Opinions today. We've also got lots of tickets to give away. I'm not sure what we have because I haven't been into the system yet. But Yacht Rock Madness starts today. So the voting starts at 7 a.m. Hopefully you got your brackets in. I think you can get them in before voting starts. 7 a.m. is when it starts. So if you've
the
not...
door comes down.
There's no getting in. And somebody is going to win $500. And thanks to... the Loading Dock. They're the sponsor of Yacht Rock Madness, but we'll start matching songs up, and you guys vote on the ones you love the most, your favorites, and there's going to be one standing, the biggest Yacht Rock song according to you guys. So get those brackets in if you have yet to do it. You have until 7 a.m. this morning. If you guys want to text us about anything, we'd love to hear from you. 314-669-4665.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
The inventor of the karaoke machine has died. His name was Shigechi Nagishi. He was 100 years old. So he's got a really interesting story. He was a Japanese businessman. He invented the first karaoke machine. What year do you think?
Very first karaoke machine. Oh, is it the 60s?
Yeah, 1967.
Really?
I was like, the karaoke didn't take off until like the 80s, so, like maybe 77 or something.
I'm trying to think when Mr. Microphone came out, because to me, that had a karaoke origin. Mm-hmm. You could put it through your stereo.
But did it give you the words, though?
No. It didn't do any of that. But I'm saying that could have been obviously he invented it before that. Yeah. How long before we got it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because was it big? Where's he from?
Japan.
Was it big?
It took off in Japan.
How many years did it take?
Karaoke bars. I mean, those came around in the 80s, right? And it was a whole thing. You couldn't buy an at-home karaoke machine, I don't think.
I've seen those karaoke places that I think this would be way more fun for people, where they have all these different rooms and you have your own party in there and you guys sing songs instead of subjecting the whole place to your terrible singing.
You think karaoke couldn't really take off until CDs, because CDs were able to contain like multiple layers of information, like CD-ROMs versus a cassette wouldn't have had the words, up on a screen. So it had to be all housed on that machine, whatever that machine was. Initially, he called it the Sparko box. Name didn't really catch on, but the device did. But he never patented his invention for the karaoke machine.
No way.
But his daughter said it never bothered him. She said he felt a lot of pride in seeing his idea evolve into a culture of having fun through song around the world.
Well,
But
that's so sweet.
he came up with the idea. I don't know how he got to it, but I guess one of his employees made fun of his singing voice. And he was like, that's what inspired him to create a karaoke machine where you sing even more.
That's weird.
But yeah, on the blog today, we've got a list of the top 10 karaoke songs for people who can't sing.
Oh,
It's an interesting list. I think it's more insulting. Like, if this is one of your go-to songs, maybe that means that you can't sing. Number 10, Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are. Number 9, Summer of 69 from Bryan Adams. Some of these, I don't know that I think they're great songs to sing. Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen, number 8. I Will Survive from Gloria Gaynor.
yeah,
These
but if
are
you
just all
can't sing,
popular
you're
songs.
picking like a really long song with Bohemian
know.
Rhapsody.
I don't think this is you can't sing songs. These are just the most popular, but they're saying that, I guess if they're popular, maybe it means you can't sing. I don't know. Dancing Queen from ABBA, Wannabe from Spice Girls, Love Shack from the B-52s, Don't Stop Believing from Journey. That one's not easy to sing. That's like one of the...
I think the idea with some of these is that the whole bar is going to sing.
Maybe
Yes,
sing along.
good point.
Living on a Prayer from Bon Jovi, same thing. But number 1, it is a pretty easy song to sing. Sweet Caroline from Neil Diamond.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Maybe
just
that
do
one.
the dramatic talking like Neil.
That was a dog.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jeremy Renner says that when he was in the ICU last year after he got run over by that snow machine thing, he said that Robert Downey Jr. constantly checked in on him just to cheer him up. He told him, dude, the most important thing is you look good. I don't care how you feel. As long as you look good, that's all that matters. I thought that was funny. You'll be happy to know that Elizabeth Hurley really enjoyed filming those sex scenes in that movie that was directed by her 21-year-old
Well,
son,
that's thrilling.
Damien. Because the story came up and we're like, gee, I wonder how she felt about that. She loved it. She said, having him there meant that I felt safe and looked after. It's kind of liberating to work with your family. She added, I'm relaxed in front of him. He looks after me. It's relaxing to know someone is behind the camera who looks out for. Oh, I said that twice, didn't I? No.
Who knows? It's
But-
just a weird thing.
I think
Lot
she
of-
said it twice.
A lot of Oscar talk on that one.
Yeah.
Oh man, we watched that clip
Keep an eye on it.
and it looks
It does not look good at all. Looks terrible. Cara Delevingne's home in L.A. was destroyed in a fire. She is
terrible.
okay. She was in England at the time, but her 2 cats were home. Luckily, they were saved. And, let's be honest, probably the reason for the fire. Bill Maher wasn't invited to a pre-Oscars party that was thrown by the CEO of his talent agency, so he fired his talent agency. So it was an A-list affair. Vice President Kamala Harris was there, Disney CEO Bob Iger, Margot Robbie, Julia Roberts, Jennifer Aniston, J.J. Abrams. The list goes on and on and on.
Oh, my gosh.
He found out he was not on the invite list, so he fired his agency. Bill Maher has been with that CAA for over 20 years.
wow.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
I'm out. I'd be mad too.
I would too.
How much money has he given them over the years?
Good for him.
I at least get to go to
by
your
the way,
party.
CAA has half of Hollywood, so they have to draw the line somewhere.
Yes, and
yeah,
the
but if
line
you're
is at
Bill
Maher.
Maher, wouldn't you be like,
Totally.
oh, okay, this is where I rank.
Yes, I totally
Below the
respect the move.
Maybe they had limited seating. I don't know.
Man, that's great.
Danielle Bregoli, aka
Or get bigger place. You have to invite everyone you represent, unless like any. I don't know.
This
Draw
story's
the line a little lower.
gonna travel because it's like those types of all those people are gonna be aware. Both clients will be like, well, "Wait a minute, yeah, I wasn't invited to
I
whatever."
wasn't either. Well, I'm with Maher.
Yep, and then these bosses are gonna be like, "We got to think about this." Changing the game.
They lost a guy. Danielle Bregoli, a.k.a. Bahabi, a.k.a.
Catch
the
Me Outside.
Catch Me Outside girl. She's a mother.
Oh goodness.
She and her boyfriend, Levon, welcomed their first child.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
20-year-old. She teased the name Callie Love while she was pregnant. So
She a little girl.
Little girl.
She's a big Tupac fan.
Callie Love. Blumhouse is going to celebrate halfway to Halloween with a film festival at AMC Theaters from March 29th released April 2nd. We don't know all the movies yet, but we do know that they will be showing Insidious, Split, and The Purge, just to name a few. So if you're really into the scary movies, there'll be a bunch coming up here soon.
Are those all Blumhouse movies?
I don't know if they are.
Yeah.
But there's no way they're going to do all their movies. Do you think? I mean,
Well, I don't know. Those seem like
They could.
big movies.
Yeah.
Like the Blumhouse movies are like Happy Death Day and
Yeah.
Freaky and
I thought they would have fun with it and play a couple old ones in there too or something. You know, like where they draw their inspiration from, but maybe they're all just Blumhouse movies. The 1979 horror movie Tourist Trap, excuse me, is going to be remade. I have never heard of this movie. I went and watched the trailer. It's one of those where I'm like, how did I not see this?
it's creepy. I
seen
went
it?
and No. I went and watched the trailer too. Because I'm like, I've never heard of this movie, but it is scary looking.
Yeah, it's, similar themes that you would expect from a 1979 slasher kind of movie. I looked, the description is a group of young friends stranded at a secluded roadside museum are stalked by a masked assailant who uses his telekinetic powers to control the attraction's mannequins.
And the mannequins are creepy
And they
looking.
open their mouth.
There's something about mannequin faces,
Yeah.
dolls
Yeah.
in horror movies that really freak me out.
And the big bad person puts like a mannequin face on and
Do you ever see Magic with Anthony Hopkins
I don't think I've seen
from the
that.
70s? He's a ventriloquist, and his dummy comes to life.
Oh, and
his
isn't happy
dummy's a
about him?
murderer, and it's frightening.
Oh, boy. Check it out. The Spice has been defeated by the Panda at the box office. Kung Fu Panda 4 knocked Dune Part 2 out of the top spot over the weekend.
Have you seen Dune yet?
No.
I really want to go to the theater to see this one. But you know what I did started
Dune?
watching this weekend?
What?
Wonka.
Oh yeah,
No.
not good.
I thought about it.
You just started it, so
I
you
got
didn't.
halfway through. I want to finish it. I don't know who it's for. Is this for kids or is this for me? It doesn't seem fun enough for kids.
Was
It's not like
was Willy Wonka fun?
Yes, right. You could make a similar point on the original.
yeah.
I don't know. I loved it, but
I don't know. But then it's
But
like the
Willy
original-
Wonka freaked me out though a little bit too because Gene Wilder was freaky.
But I think the original Willy Wonka was creepier than this. This seems much lighter,
Oh, okay.
and it's like, hey, what are you doing here? Either make him weird and creepy, like we liked him,
But
for
or
the
show
adults.
us how he became weird and creepy.
Yes, and maybe that I don't know. Maybe I got to get through it, but not loving it so far. Looks great. Looks
I'm going to
amazing.
see. I decided there's no better painkiller than Timothy Chalamet.
Well,
sometime this week.
try it out.
He does things
You'll just do a whole-
codeine cannot do.
You'll just do a Chalamet week.
Yeah, Chalamet marathon.
Yeah.
Do it. If you've been wondering what Bruno Mars has been up to lately,
I have actually.
I know. I said the
Where
same thing.
has
I'm
he
like,
been?
What is he doing? Why is he not doing a song?
Because a world without Bruno Mars, every once in a while, seeing something he's doing is not
cold
a
and
great
lonely.
world.
Those songs were huge. Well, apparently he's been gambling. He reportedly owes
That's my man.
$50 million in gambling debts to the MGM in Las Vegas.
What?
So he's going to have to go work soon, which is nice.
He'll just do some shows at the casino like he did before.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why.
Yes.
That's how those guys get hooked
Yeah,
into
the
gambling, right?
residencies.
They do residencies in Vegas and then they start gambling.
I get
and they're
it.
Like,
They're
I'll
like-
just do a couple more
Yeah.
shows.
I see how you just hear all those noises around you.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
sure they give him like $1 million credit while he's performing at the casino, and then
Oh,
He's going to be doing the hit the
Next
button.
thing you
I
know.
get
residency.
$70 for slot play, and I think I'm something.
You made it. If you've ever had to turn the radio down while driving so you can find where you're going, you might need this list. I do that whenever I'm
Oh, I do it
getting
too.
close to where I'm supposed
And
to
I
be.
don't know where
now
I
I got
am.
to turn everything down. On the way, it's no
Yep.
big deal. But now when I'm looking for the right turn,
I do
I got
the
to turn
same.
everything down. Well, they've got a list of artists, popular artists, that actually help you focus on the road while you're driving. I'm not sure how they did the research on it. They gave them a bunch of difficult tasks and then played them playlists from all these different artists.
Okay.
And so these are the artists that people did the best on the tasks. And a lot of them are new. So in the 1975 is number 10, Harry Styles, number 9, Foo Fighters at number 8, Beyonce at number 7. There was a tie for 5 and 6, BTS and The Weeknd. Billie Eilish at number 4. The tie for the number 2 spot, Ariana Grande and Eminem. And then the number 1 artist to listen to while you're driving and navigating difficult directions, Drake. They also have the flip side.
What about for old people?
Well,
I mean, come on.
I know these are mostly new artists.
Yeah.
The least helpful are Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion songs are very distracting, and Bach.
That's bizarre. I would think he would be.
Well, these are all new or newer artists.
They left out a big chunk in the middle of other artists.
You've got 100 years of music that has happened in the middle, and they're like, we don't know about that. I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider.
Well, we're getting ready to kick off Yacht Rock Madness, so make sure you get that. You have 15 minutes to get those brackets filled out before voting starts. It's all brought to you by the Loading Dock right on the river, and it's in Grafton, Illinois. So go make those picks. But also another thing that's back, baseball. Baseball is going to be back April 4th. You can join us at Sports and Social again. It's Sports and Social Brunch at Ballpark Village for Cards opening day. We will be there from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Thursday. It's a Thursday, in case you weren't sure. April 4th, we're going to do our show live from there before the Cardinals home opener. So get your reservations because seating is limited. You can go to reservations at stlballparkvillage.com to book your table. Also, that link is on our website as well. Doors open at 7. Brunch starts at 8. Walk-in bar seating is available on a first-come basis, and the Sports and Social table seating will be open on a first-come basis following the broadcast at 10 a.m. So get your reservations if you want to join us at Sports and Social at Ballpark Village for Cardinals home opener. You can get all the details of Yacht Rock Madness and opening day broadcast 1065thearch.com.
The Courtney Show.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday.
All right, I put a clip up on the blog today at 1065thearch.com. It'll be up there around 10 a.m., but it's a dog park of introverted dogs. And it is just...
Is it designed for them or just so happens?
Yes, it's like it's a meetup. It's a dog meetup for introverted dogs. And it's just them all in their own spaces, and they're off leash, but they don't
want to go.
It's just funny. It's so funny. It's worth seeing. It looks like they're acting. Like, there's no way this can be real, but it will bring your heart some joy. And then I liked this. Before the internet, this is from Totally 80s Room. It shows a picture of the old school Domino's workers and their outfits and on the phone. Before the internet, these people would take your order, write down an address, and deliver your pizza within 30 minutes by using a paper map like some sort of mystical land pirate. They're just all on the phone. How hard did that have to? That had to be a difficult.
Oh man, I would have been terrible.
Difficult
at that
job. And then this made me laugh from Andrew Nadeau. Belle, trying to be polite. So why do they call you Beast? Beast. Legitimately surprised and hurt. People call me Beast. And then this one I liked as well from Greg. Lots of people going in on the Kate Middleton thing, like putting her in different pictures. I saw one with Bernie Sanders, like with with the Photoshop, the Photoshop picture. And this Greg Bufithus said, "I know exactly where Kate Middleton is. She's falling in love with a small-town bakery owner who has no idea she's a princess, and he's going to help her rediscover the meaning of Christmas." Coming to Netflix this fall. All right, what about you guys?
This one made me laugh. I'm sure you saw over the weekend every year. I know in Chicago they dye the Chicago River green, and so it's always wild to see how what that looks like, and everyone's celebrating. And this is from Joan Kuhn. He said, "I just know that the fish who live in the Chicago River have developed some insane religion to explain what goes on every St. Patrick's Day.
So funny.
And I desperately need Pixar to tell me this story."
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
This is from a Henpecked Hal. He said, "Welcome to your 40s. You're going to hate the way kids are wearing hats these days."
That's when it happens.
Yeah, that made me laugh. That's
all
what
right,
I got.
what about you, Tim? Through all the pain, did you find anything to laugh about?
Well, I posted the clip. I happened to be shooting a little video of the hockey game when the Blues scored a goal. So it's kind of cool. That's up on our Instagram
Oh, that's cool.
story. At the Courtney Show STL.
Yeah, those were some good seats, too.
Yeah. My dad came through.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And then, well, wait, I guess we're doing I don't even know what this is, but I guess Ozzy posted a picture. Ozzy Smith posted a picture of him flipping, and it says, the number one question I'm asked is, can you still backflip? Stay tuned for an announcement on Monday morning. I don't know what this is, but I'm only 44, and the idea of thinking about him flipping or anyone flipping sounds so painful.
Ozzy, don't flip.
What? He's going to do it again?
That's what he's teasing, but I guess we'll find out sometime today.
Really?
I don't. That's what he's implying.
Better news than we got from the Cardinals last week.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, I'm flipping for the
Maybe
deals
for like
that-
a charity.
I don't know.
Man, I played golf.
But I don't want him to do it.
So
I don't want him to
sore.
do it.
What if he's got one of those big foam pits where he can backflip into?
Now, that's a
that
different
feels
story.
Like that might be kind of fun.
Even that, man.
You know he's not doing a foam. I bet he would not do that. He's not going to do
I don't think he should flip. I don't think I should flip. And he's quite a bit older than me.
Well, now I kind of want to see him flip.
We talked about Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars allegedly has $15 million gambling debt with an MGM casino. And somebody said, hell yeah. He's an old school musician taking us back to our roots. Cocaine and debt to the mob. Steve McCann on Twitter said, banks are like, we have a message for you in your inbox. And then you go log into your bank and the message is just, hello, we are your bank. One more. Eli Uden said, every Instagram ad is like, after 5 painstaking years of design, 10 years of research, we did it. We made a coffee machine that cost $400.
Food Court.
1065 The Arch.
Food Court is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. Anybody eat anything exciting? Any Irish food or any?
I didn't get any corned beef and cabbage or anything.
I didn't
this
either.
year. And
You
I
did?
And I really enjoy it.
First of all, I thought that soda bread.
It was incredible.
I wasn't even really familiar, but man, it was so good. We took that thing down fast on Friday. And then Blues game yesterday, we had one of those, I don't know what you call it. It's the club, some credit union club. And they had a ton of Irish food. They had these, it was something we mentioned Friday. That's the only reason that Emma knew what they were. It's like mashed potatoes.
Bangers and mash.
But with sauerkraut in it.
That's probably it.
It was unbelievable. But they
You
had all
big
kinds
Kraut,
of...
you big Kraut fan?
Yeah, sure am.
Love it.
They had all kinds of fun Irish stuff out there, but then the food was particularly good. So, shout out to those Blues.
I did want to mention that that coffee that came in that 314 day kit of stuff. I think.
It's great. Goshen
coffee was
great.
STL.
I have it.
Is that who?
It was.
Who gave us all that?
Who was it?
Was it STL Made that gave us the bag of stuff?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But she's into that coffee too.
But I cracked it open yesterday, and it's beans. And I ground. Yeah, that one. The tattoo.
Goshen.
An old school tattoo blend. But yeah, Goshen coffee. Man, it was.
They gave us a
so
Goshen
good.
coffee last year, and it
Yes.
started me buying it.
No kidding.
Because I liked it that much.
Yeah.
So
But try this.
First taste is free.
You might enjoy it. It's not like a weird flavor or anything. It's just I think it's a good coffee.
Oh, it says it's caramel, nutty, orange.
Yeah, but it's not like
I know.
caramel.
Old school tattoo, Goshen. I will take mine home and try it myself.
It was good. I
Because
enjoyed it yesterday.
I need coffee.
Yeah, Emma was excited
Actually.
about it, and she is particular about
Is
coffee.
she? I am too.
And most things.
I am too.
Mm-hmm.
I really am. I'll try it.
Speaking of that bag, also those Dad's Scotch.
They're-
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, one of the best things you can do is buy those Dad's Scotch oatmeal. Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Whatever's in the bag there.
Put a little vanilla ice cream on them,
Oh,
and you could. It's an unbelievable.
I bet if you put some of that Bluebell.
I was
ice cream on there.
just getting ready to mention Bluebell
Today's the
because
day.
today's the day.
Yeah.
Today's the day you can go to grocery stores and get Bluebell ice cream.
Yep.
It
And
is-
They warned us. They said, this is the first time they've rolled this out in St. Louis. So
I mean, it's the infrastructure that they've put into play.
It's crazy.
Just to make it happen is a big undertaking. It's not just like get your ice cream to St. Louis. They have to have warehouses and trucks because
freezers.
But no, they never want it to ship without from one of their. It's not one of their trucks.
Because it made so much sense. Because for years I'm just like, why can't we
just get it?
Just send it up here and then do it. And they say they don't want it to go to any distributor other than themselves. They touch it's their process from the beginning to end. So when those trucks show up at Schnucks or whatever with Bluebell ice cream, it's a Bluebell truck.
That's cool.
So today's the day.
Speaking of ice cream, I Friday went to Clementine's, and they're always swapping out their non-dairy flavors.
Yeah.
They have a vegan strawberry cheesecake flavor there. Took me to another level.
Yeah.
My head was up in the clouds. That might have been what led to the accident, but it
was great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And it also brought Emma to Mike Duffy's for the first time ever. Right there in Kirkwood, blocks away from
known
us.
for their incredible cheeseburgers.
Just great stuff. And she was very disappointed that I took that long to bring her there. My wife is way into Mike Duffy's.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Real good. That Bluebell, they did announce, I think it's official.
I think it is.
It is. Gooey butter cake is the flavor that they are bringing. They have created in honor of bringing their ice cream to St. Louis.
And what I thought was interesting, and maybe I misheard, but I think they're rolling that out. Like they're rolling out gooey butter cake to all of their places that they distribute.
Yes.
So like if you've got a friend or family member that has moved to Texas or Florida or something in the South, they can go get gooey butter cake ice cream at the grocery store. Which there's no way that's ever been possible.
And they're doing samplings at different Schnucks locations. And today it is at the Manchester Road Schnucks, 12-332 Manchester Road, from 1 to 3. If you are interested in trying to sample some of the Bluebell ice cream.
I wonder which one.
I don't know. It says St. Louis. It's a St. Louis address. So,
and if you see it on the shelves or something.
It's store number 209, if that helps you at all. I don't know, but that's today.
Schnucks.
And tomorrow, they're going to be in St. Charles. I'll give you that information tomorrow. I have other food things to bring up. I just saw McDonald's released a bunch of new items, I guess, on Friday. Some new menu items, if you're interested. You can now get a new pie. It's hold on. No, that's a different thing. It's a new pie. It's cinnamon pastry, and inside there's a spiced fruit mix, butter flavored cream filling. Hot cross bun pie.
Fruit butter flavored.
I know that
doesn't seem right.
I don't know. It's like a cinnamon-y.
The cinnamon?
Cinnamon and cream. I'm not sure. And then they also have a new hot crust bun latte. That sounds pretty good, right?
It's probably like a cinnamony latte.
It's a smooth latte blended with sweet and spiced hot cross bun flavored syrup and topped with cinnamon cream and hot cross bun dusting. You get a dusting of buns.
They have dusty buns.
And then for their new McFlurry, it's going to be for Easter, Galaxy Truffle Bunny McFlurry, and it's ice cream mixed with pieces of Galaxy Truffle. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
With Galaxy Bunny ears and white and dark chocolate drops, finished with Galaxy chocolate sauce. And it comes in a mini size as well. And it's back again. I guess it came back. I don't even remember this, but I'm not a Cadbury egg fan. People that love them, love them. But there's a Cadbury cream egg McFlurry.
Oh, that sounds interesting. The Galaxy Truffle bunnies, they're little chocolate bunnies. And so there's the picture, of course, it's perfect. There's little chocolate ears sticking out of the McFlurry.
Oh, really?
They're buried in the ice cream.
There's a new chicken sandwich, and then there's also the return of halloumi fries. I don't know what those are, but they come with a tangy tomato sauce. So those are all available at McDonald's.
Interesting.
I posted this on the blog today. It's a new pizza. It's pizza.
I like pizza.
Pizza flavored beer. It arrives next month for National Beer Day. And this beer company, New Belgium, partnered with Tombstone Pizza to come up with the pizza flavored beer. It's an IPA, 7% alcohol. They're selling it.
And the hits just keep on coming.
I know, it does not sound good. Here's what it's described as: having hints of crispy crust, tangy tomato sauce, savory herbs and spices and no beer is complete without a pepperoni finish. It's called Voodoo Ranger. That's what it's called. You can get it on their website, but it will be out nationally April 7th for Beer Day. Each 4-pack costs $50.
50? I was going to say 15.
$50.
What in the world?
Isn't
for
that
gross tasting beer?
I don't know. It sounds terrible.
Pizza beer.
Does not sound delicious.
$12.50 a beer.
It's a lot of money.
You know what it should make? Hot cross bun beer. I'd be in for that.
Oh, I would try it. I would try it for sure. And then this is crazy to me. The 10 unhealthiest drinks from Eat This, Not That. And number 1 and 2, you think you're doing something good, I think, by drinking these things.
Oh, no.
And it's based on the most sugar.
Like Gatorade?
Gatorade is not in the top 10.
Oh, good.
Number 1, Naked Mighty Mango Juice. So you know those Naked drinks?
Yeah.
57 grams of sugar.
No way.
Naked Blue Machine Juice, same company, and just a little less grams of sugar, 55.
Naked at all.
I know you buy it because you're like, well, this looks
healthy.
Yes.
Well, and it tells you how it's like, oh, this has 4 apples, 2 bananas,
Yes.
and 3 on the side. Yeah.
Monster energy drink is next, which that's not shocking. Then Arizona Sweet Tea, 53 grams, but you're also getting you're getting a giant size of something.
Yeah, that's true. Those little Naked things are kind of small, huh?
Yeah. Naked Green Machine is in next.
All of them.
Then a Starbucks Frappuccino. Then a Mountain Dew. Then, this is going to hurt all of us, Tim, me and you, Welch's Grape Juice. I'm not going in on Welch's Grape Juice unless I have an illness, though.
I had some this weekend.
Yeah, 44 grams.
Did it help with the thumb?
It was pre-thumb. Wait, was it? It was pre-thumb.
Probably would have lost that thumb had you not been
Yeah, you're probably
filled
right.
with grape juice.
Arizona Green Tea is next. Did I mention Barks Root Beer? Did I say that
No.
one? Oh, it's number 9.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Mountain Dew and Barks.
Mountain Dew is 7.
are the
Welch's is
worst
at 8.
Sodas.
So the most, yeah.
Sugary or whatever.
Barks is next, and then Arizona Green Tea is the top 10. And then a few more in the top 20. Vitamin Water, V8 Splash, and Ginger Ale.
That vitamin water is gross.
Yeah, those are all surprisingly sugary drinks.
I've been on a ginger ale kick lately since I was sick last weekend, and I've just carried it on through.
Yeah, ginger ale. It's pretty good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I never buy it, but it is pretty good. All right, that is your food court, and it is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app.
Hurt in a car accident? Injured on the job? At Cantor Injury Law, we know how overwhelming it can feel. With over 100 years of combined local legal experience and over $500 million won, we fight to get you the justice you deserve.
You can count on Cantor Injury Law to stand by your side. You pay nothing out of pocket. We only win when you win.
When you're injured, count on Cantor. Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999, or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
You can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
You can do it!
I see dead people.
Hello, Newman.
Where's the beach? What you talking about, Will?
Throwback Live.
Great ticket all week for Throwback Live. It is Can You Feel the Punk tonight? We will give you all that information. But first, the contestants today. Brando, you'll be playing for McKenna from Collinsville, Illinois. Tim, you've got Amanda from the Central West End. And I'll be playing for Amber from Florissant. And you'll get a pair of tickets to the early show of Can You Feel the Punk tonight? That's a 3 p.m. show. Punk rock celebration of the music of Disney featuring Tim Convey. So mark your calendars. It is Saturday, May 11th at the pageant.
Throwback Live is brought to you by the Madison County Firemen's Bingo Hall. They got a chance to win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle.
It's crazy.
Afton is here.
Crazy.
Hi, Afton.
Hey, guys. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How was your first full week of your new job?
It was really great. Yeah, I'm
You
really
happy?
enjoying it. Absolutely.
Saw you made the big public announcement.
I did. Yeah, I shared it on the
Facebook
old
official.
Facebook. Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Seemed like a few people were happy for you.
I think so.
Yeah,
Here
you're
and there.
getting a lot of support. You're like doing good for the world.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
But, we'll see how it goes.
I mean, besides this job here.
Yeah.
This is real good.
That's what I mean. Oh, you mean the other?
The other one.
Right.
Our pal Ben Boyd was here the other day. And
Oh,
he's
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
He said, I want Afton's job. And we were like, she just got it. Don't do it.
Don't
He's
do
like,
it to me
no, I want this
Are
job.
you serious?
Yeah.
It's coming for you.
I will cut him.
He said he would punch you in the parking lot.
I texted him after I heard him on here and said, "Great job, best friend."
Yeah,
and
he's
now I
just
hear he's
luring
coming
you
for
in.
my job.
Yes,
He's
he
gonna hit
was.
you.
That's it.
He wants Throwback Live.
Ben Boyd, it is on.
Yeah, we gave him an audition. It was good. He made it to the second round, and we will keep you posted.
Also, Brian played a game with us last week.
Yes.
And he was your videographer at your
Yes.
wedding.
Yeah, he texted
Told me to
afterwards.
tell you hi.
It's so funny. I was like, tell Afton I said hi. Yeah. And then he messaged me and was like, I won tickets. He was so excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of Afton talk in here.
It's really kind of taken over.
Some might say too much. So
No,
we can
never.
just get on with the rules. Yeah.
Hit it.
I just got a text from Chris. He said too much.
I was going to say, there's definitely someone who would say it's too much, for sure. But he's not here. So Marty's going to play throwback clips for you guys, and you're going to ring in for your listeners with these sounds. Courtney, Brando, and Tim. Question 1, which sitcom used this opening theme song? Courtney.
Facts of life.
Facts of life.
You take the good,
You take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Is that an Alan Thicke?
The facts of life. No. I mean, well, I don't know if he wrote it or
might have
not.
written it.
He
Somebody-
might have.
The song?
It's
He
possible.
wrote a lot of themes.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah, not just a pretty face.
All right, question 2. Name this TV series.
Mayhew. Is that Irish or?
Tim.
Better Call Saul.
No. Brando.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is correct.
Faith and Begora, a fellow potato eater.
I don't know that clip.
I don't. It's a weird clip. Who is that talking?
Bob Odenkirk.
Yes, Bob Odenkirk.
Mayhew.
okay.
Is
So it
that
is Saul,
Irish or English? Irish. Faith and Begora, a fellow potato eater.
I can hear it now.
Question 3. Name both products.
Sometimes you feel like
It was
I
a
think it
big time
was-
tie.
Me and
Tie between Courtney and Brando. 1, 2, 3.
Almond
Mounds
Joy and Mounds.
Almond Joy.
Yes and yes.
sometimes you don't.
Okay, we have a tie between Courtney and Brando. But I think, well, no, I think you're still in.
Yeah.
I'm just
Only
saying
one-
right now it's tied.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen up.
I
Dave.
overreacted and I'm sorry.
But I mean, I could be wrong. I'm pretty bad at this.
No, you're right.
Ben is probably much better at this.
Yeah, get Ben Boyd on the phone.
All right, question 4.
He would never pull this.
Name this 1990 movie. Good grief.
Too close.
I
I
know.
have no idea.
All three ways, I would say.
Okay, let's go thirdzy points. 1, 2, 3.
Home
Home
Alone.
Alone.
Home Alone 2, actually. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Now,
Ben Boyd wouldn't
Ben
do
Boyd
that.
couldn't
He
do
wouldn't
that.
have that line.
No.
He's not
back
this
out.
quick.
He's back out.
Okay, so we have 2 and a third points for Courtney and Brando. So now, Tim, you are out. You can drop the bell in frustration. Question 5. Name this backward song title or artist.
Sounds like a Brando. He would know this before me. I'm getting a hint of something. Oh, wait.
Courtney.
Don't tell me you love me.
That's correct. Wow. That's a Courtney Landrum win.
Well deserved.
And that is a win for you, Amber from Florissant. Congratulations.
Woo! Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a question for you. Can you feel the punk tonight?
Heck yeah. I'm gonna.
That's what you win. You win a pair of tickets. There's 2 shows. You have tickets to the early show. It is a punk rock celebration of all the music of Disney. Well, not all of it, but some of the music of Disney.
All the good stuff.
And it's featuring our own Tim Convey. It's Saturday, May 11th at the pageant. There are 2 shows. You'll be at the afternoon show, but there's also an evening show as well. Those are all on sale now, and all the info can be found at 1065thearch.com. But you don't need to worry about it, Amber, because you are the winner of Throwback Live. We'll get you those tickets, and we'll play again tomorrow for another pair on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
I heard the craziest story over the weekend about something that is happening in the retail business.
Locally or in the world?
I know for sure it's locally, but I think it's in the world because I read about something like this on social media maybe, but a friend of mine told me about when she went prom dress shopping with her daughter, and when she went to pay for it, like say the dress was $500, okay? They now are asking for tips.
What?
On prom dresses and wedding dresses. I had heard the wedding dress thing and thought, this is crazy. But now there's for the person that helps you, because every like the prom dress shop game is strong. And so you make your appointment and you have a person that is paired up with you to go grab the dresses that you want to try on.
Yeah.
Well, I think that my friend told me that it was a total of 20 minutes this person spent with them before they decided on the prom dress. $500, and she ended up tipping like $40.
Wow. Wouldn't you rather them just be getting a commission?
Of course.
Yeah, it's a sales price.
Is
It's
that
like when you're buying a car?
Yeah.
That is how it was growing up when I went to the Limited. They try to sell you on the accessories and all that because they're getting a commission. But now, are we taking care of the commission?
Oh.
Is that happening?
I just want to know that that's happening. I don't want to know how much of the cost of what I'm buying is going
right
to just the
But
sale.
now it's an on the top of what your dress already cost you.
So then they can say, oh, they don't work on commission.
This is crazy to me.
Yeesh.
That should not tipping on a wedding dress or prom dress or anything like that. I mean, that's not the customer's. That's not the customer's job to pay for the salary of that person.
What if it's like a wedding dress and they are getting a commission and you know up front, oh yeah, we're paid, to help out. But if you just have the option to add a little extra if you want. Somebody did a fantastic
job. But nobody knows this. It's just on your screen when you're checking out. There's no added information. Like, is this something everyone's doing? And then you look like a jerk if you don't.
I know.
And it's a young girl.
Right.
And you want to help out. I mean, it's like some high school girl that's helping.
Especially if she helped for an hour and she's not getting anything extra to do that.
But in a day's work, they probably have about 10 customers. So if everybody gets, if this girl got $40 from every person, besides her, is she getting commission? You just don't know up front.
Right.
It shouldn't even be an option.
Huh.
I agree.
Doesn't it seem crazy?
Yeah, totally. But it's more and more things are.
But that should not be one of those things.
I completely agree as well.
It's just
it's like tipping for buying a car.
Yes.
Like, hey, I get a little extra. Like, what do you mean?
That might be next. It's gotten out of control.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Yeah. And you had something you wanted to share about Alex?
Oh yeah. So on Saturday night I did a little stand-up comedy ? And I like to watch stand-up specials every now and again. I don't watch tons, but I do. And but Alex usually will watch with me sometimes, and she likes them as well. But on Sunday, I walked in and she was watching John Mulaney's most recent special, which she's seen before. And I have never seen her on her own go find a stand-up special and watch it.
Oh, is she sweet on John?
At first I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. She's watching John Mulaney. She's laughing.
It's like when George Costanza was watching all the Marissa Tomei movies.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But as the day goes on, I was like, well, that's strange because I watched a little bit with her. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I wonder if that was like a palate cleanser,
Oh, after
because of your
watching me,
stand-up, she needed
was
to go
like,
see.
I got to watch somebody that actually knows what they're doing, and I can legitimately laugh because she felt dirty after like pretending to laugh
That is
at my
not
stuff.
true.
That's what it felt like.
Did you ask her that?
No, this is the first I've approached it. I saved these stories for you guys.
I need to wash my eyes of what I saw on Saturday.
What it was. I think she needed to like reset. Like, I want to see what a real comedian is supposed to do, not what my loser husband does whenever he's up there. So I think it was kind of like getting cheated on, but it was right in front of me. I didn't even know it.
So she had already seen the John Mulaney special.
She'd seen it before.
She went in again on it.
Again.
And she had to search it out and find it.
Find it. I think that's what that was. I mean, if I go back today and she's watching another stand-up special, then I'll be like, maybe she's just into stand-up now.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
I inspired a love of stand-up.
Yeah.
But it really felt like...
I'm sure she's listening, so she can let us know.
I think you...
Alex, feel free to text us.
Needed to wash out what you saw Saturday night at the church.
What the reasoning was. Well, you didn't bring the dirty stuff you normally do.
I didn't.
Because it was
no.
at a church.
Yeah, I saved it for the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm getting texts already about this gratuity at these...
At the retail.
Yeah, Laura wants to know if it's the tip shared among employees. You don't have any of that information.
Mm-mm.
All you're doing is checking out, and there's a place to give a tip.
And you feel like a jerk, and
you just feel defensive when that thing spins around, and you're like, "Whoa, what is this? Where am I?" And I'm looking around. I'm like, "Wait, hold on, I'm getting a soda. Is this a tippable situation?"
Now, if these people aren't getting paid commission, then you feel, but then you're doing the work of the dress shop.
I know. And I like to defend the people working because that's a tough job. Retail is tough. I've had to do that before. We need these people, as Kathleen said. These are the people.
We need these people.
We need these people.
Don't take one of them out because we need them all.
Not many standing behind them.
But I just would love to know about your own shopping experiences. The weirdest place you've been asked to tip. That to me may be the weirdest I've yet to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
And wedding dresses can be, if it's happening at wedding dress places, I mean, your wedding dress is an expensive item. And if you tip a percentage of whatever that costs.
A $2,000, $3,000 dress.
It's crazy.
Yikes.
So text us about what you guys think about this and like maybe some other weird places that you've been asked to tip. Couldn't believe it. You can text us on the Cheney window and door text line. This is for you, Alex, too. 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
It's Yacht Rock Madness. It's brought to you by the Loading Dock. It's on the river in Grafton, Illinois. I hope you filled out your brackets. Oh, wait. Somebody on the show didn't? All right.
Who didn't?
Tim Convey.
You didn't do the bracket?
It's it requires 2 thumbs. It turns out.
Come on.
You had it before. You could have filled. I filled mine out on Friday. People are asking because when I did mine, it doesn't give you like a all right. You're all good.
Yeah,
it's just
I remember that.
And so I wanted to make sure mine took, and it did, according to our web guy, Joe.
I hope mine did, too. I don't know.
If you haven't filled one out, it's too late for you. But we are going to have 2 matchups every single day. We'll give you the results every day after and let you know who is moving on and who got bounced out. It's Yacht Rock Madness. One person is going to win $500. And the voting started at 7, so voting is now open at 1065thearch.com. But your 2 matchups today are Christopher Cross Sailing versus Thunder Island by Jay Ferguson?
Yes.
Question mark?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, here's a little clip of both those songs. So go cast your vote.
Out of the gate.
Man, those are 2. That was a hard matchup for me.
Messing around.
Kidding.
The other matchup today that you can vote on, is it going to be Bertie Higgins, Key Largo, or who sings So Into You?
Sing it.
I am so into you. That's a better version.
Why am I forgetting?
I don't know.
How do you put the pressure on me? Now I got to look
I'm going to look it up.
Look it up on your other. And then the others is
Bertie Higgins.
Key Largo.
Sailing away to Key Largo.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Man, I don't know which one I voted for. I don't remember.
He's looking at you, kid.
Whoever that
Atlanta
guy was.
Rhythm section?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You win.
Now, those are the two different matchups today, and cast your vote. Even if you didn't fill out a bracket, play along. It'll be fun. You can maybe hurt somebody's chances.
Yeah,
from
hurt
winning.
somebody's feelings.
But yeah, all you have to do is go to 1065thearch.com.
The Courtney Show.
Listen to my strong opinion. Time to bitch.
All right, it's time to get serious now. I had a bunch of them that just happened, the things that I wrote down over the weekend. I guess I was in some kind of mood.
You're like, and another thing.
And here's another thing. Okay, this is really bothering me. When I buy a beer, all right, and it's one of those aluminum bottled beers, so they're bigger.
You hate those.
Well, I don't like them.
Beers. Yes.
But if it's early and they're not cold yet, and I'm spending $10 on one beer, I think it was $9 a beer, you cannot serve them. You cannot. You have to be prepared for the crowd that's going to be places. And I don't know if that means whoever closes then has to put new ones on ice. Whatever it is, you need to get your system down better to where once the beer is gone from the bar, there's another cold beer somewhere that's being brought in. There needs to be 2 stages of this.
That should not happen at the beginning. That should maybe happen at the end where you're just like, look, we're out. We ran out of everything.
As soon as beer is getting moved to the bar, there needs to be a backup system where the beer that's not yet at the bar is being chilled.
Yeah.
You can't bring warm beer, put it in ice, and then serve it for $9 a piece. You can't do it. And I'm tired of it happening, and I know it's just lack of preparation.
You're going out of the troughs, eh?
Yeah, well, I'm going to a bar where they're pulling it from ice somewhere.
But like,
Or
do you normally get your beer if there's a beer gal that's got beer in a trough, or like up at or a bartender beer? Which way are you usually
I think
going?
the trough beers are usually colder.
See, I go to the bar.
Well, I went to the bar for all of these
because I know those should be stocked the night before, and so everything at the bar is cold. The beer girl, that may be on ice, but it may have just went in the ice.
Well,
that's the way I look at it.
All I'm saying is that it was 3 beers, $9 a piece, that were not the right temperature.
That's their cooler.
They were not cold
working
at all, and it's a ripoff.
Yeah, that cooler is probably not working. Because I'm sure if it's a bar, they stock the night before, and so everything should be cold.
But it's happened to me several places, and if you're charging those kind of prices and it is not the optimum chill temperature, you can't sell them.
No, I think you tell them. Just be like, hey, I don't know what happened, or maybe something wrong with your cooler, but
you shouldn't
this beer isn't cold.
If they aren't cold enough yet, you shouldn't sell them. Like, you should say, we don't have those available yet because they're not the correct temperature. But the systems need to be in place. It's happened too many times at too many different kind of places. Have your stuff together.
That's weird.
It's really
that's happened so often.
Oh, it's happened to me a lot. And then I'm the one that goes back, and I have returned beer before.
You should.
And one time somebody tried to argue with me. Well, those were already cold. I'm just telling you, if I don't feel like it's cold, it's not cold. And our whole group got warm beers. Should not be happening. That is my strong opinion. Good night.
Make sure your beer is cold.
Yeah,
basically.
just don't. It's expensive.
Yeah.
And those aluminum cans, everybody's like, they're colder. I do not. They get warmer faster.
They get warmer faster. That's why they feel cold, because aluminum conducts.
Yeah, it's a lie.
Heat so fast, so your hand warms up an aluminum bottled beer faster, because if you grab something and you feel the temperature, that is not a container that's good at holding the temperature of whatever's in there. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because like a Yeti, you don't know if
you don't
what's
feel
in there
anything
is hot or cold.
Exactly. But if you grab a coffee container thing and it's hot, it's going to get cold fast, or the reverse.
This guy, Bill Nye over here. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my strong opinion.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's really great.
I've got maybe a quick one. We'll see. Might spark some discussion. It's just, we in St. Louis, we need a sphere. So the Sphere that is in Las Vegas is going gangbusters, right? U2 was there. Now Fish is there.
Yeah.
And then whatever's left of
Dead
the
and
Grateful
Company.
Dead is going to be performing. So all those shows are attracting probably millions. You think 1 million people have gone to the Sphere by now? I mean, it seems huge. I don't know. I don't know how many people have gone in, but they're doing tons of shows.
Yeah.
So far, it's just the major acts. But that's going to keep drawing. More and more acts are like, we got to go do a Sphere show.
Yeah.
And so you program this like elaborate, because whatever it is has to be programmed specifically for the dimensions of the inside of that
sphering.
sphere.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're sphering. So now
It's the whole that people are not going just for the band; they're going for the whole
experience. The whole experience. And so a sphere, I mean, not to get technical, but it's a ball, right? It's a circle.
Yeah.
Nobody really owns the patent on a ball. We could make our own sphere here with seating. Maybe it's bigger, maybe it's smaller. I don't know. Draw. People are immediately going to be like, we need to go to the St. Louis Sphere and check out this show. And you're saying, but Brando, who's going to play at the Sphere?
Yeah.
We don't have to do this right now. Let's just start the process. Because as acts keep going to Vegas, they're developing very, very special shows that are just for that sphere.
Yeah.
And then after a month or so, they're like, I don't want to take a break. I don't want to do this anymore. Let's go home. And then maybe 2 months later, they're like, hey, are you guys all addicted to cocaine and out of money? And they're like, yeah, I am too. We need to do another show.
Yeah.
We've got that CD-ROM sitting on your desk that's got the whole Sphere show.
Yeah.
Let's go to the St. Louis Sphere, load it up. We just walk out on stage.
Man, interesting. I wonder if anybody else is talking about sphering. You make some very interesting points.
I think there's going to be multiple spheres.
I
It's gotta
agree.
be really.
Dubai is
see
going to
it.
have a sphere. All these like big, but let's just get out. There's no reason that St. Louis can't have a sphere. Why do we have to wait for Vegas and London and all these,
It's got to be so expensive
Yeah, but
to make a sphere.
Imagine if we could get U2. Like a year from now, U2's like, we're out of money, guys. What are we going to do?
Those sphere videotapes
And
taking
Vegas
up a whole.
and the Vegas Sphere is just like, hey, we're booked. We got shows. We can't do anything. And they're like, let's go to St. Louis. We're right in the middle of the
very
country.
interesting.
We got plenty of room at the airport. We could land 100 more planes a day there probably.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming here, going to the Sphere.
Somebody must own the technology, the name.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a ball.
But that's how all the amphitheaters started. It started somewhere, and then every city now has some sort of amphitheater.
Yeah.
one.
And
Yeah, I guess
in
you're right.
Vegas and in the coast, everything's got to be cool. We're in the Midwest. We just call it the ball.
Ooh.
People are like, what? You going to give it a fancy name? Like, nope. It's the ball. You want to go check out a show at the ball? Everybody's
Yeah,
like,
just
I wanna go
change
to
the
ball.
name.
We just called the ball.
All right. I mean, I don't
We
have
need a
any
ball.
power to do it, but people that have money, if you listen.
people. What if we get a car wash people behind it? Because car wash people.
They do.
Yeah, and they're making some money.
Yeah, could it be the car?
You see how
whatever
expensive
the
car washes are these days?
Yeah, probably want you to tip too.
They're like $16 minimum.
Really?
Yes.
Get a car wash on the way out of the sphere.
That's
too.
another
part of the thing.
That's another strong opinion I have. Car wash prices.
Yeah, bring them
out of
down.
control.
Really?
Out of control, guys.
And put the sphere next to the arch. How cool would that look?
Right? And then, because people always say, they're like, the arch looks like a big croquet thing. You're going to hit. Well, here's the ball.
Boom. There you go.
Bernadette, who always knows information, said the Vegas Sphere costs $2.3 billion.
We got that.
No problem. And incorporate the car wash thing. I think it'd be cool if you drove under the arch and that was your car wash, right? Like
and it had
spray.
the things, or maybe that's the dryer. They put the dryer vents up.
Either way.
yeah.
Either way.
And it hits you as you drive through.
That'd be
This is
fun to
some
walk
exciting
under
stuff.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mess up your hair. Imagine all the social media pictures.
All right, what about you, Tim?
My strong opinion is be careful.
When you're
take your
closing
time.
2 doors.
You think you got to be somewhere. You think everything is so, I got to go this. Da, da, da. Just calm down. Just relax. You're going to get into an accident. You're going to hurt yourself. And that's what I did.
I just imagine you saw that in a movie where they're like, they got the getaway van and they're throwing stuff in and they slam the 2 doors.
I don't even like thinking about it. But I ruined my day. I ruined a few days. This thing hurts. It is
Ruined
not
your thumb.
ideal, especially with my wife ready to give birth any day.
It's not
And
ideal.
like,
None of this.
Just calm down. Just take it easy. What was I doing?
I don't know.
What's your nail gonna
it's a
look
bummer.
like?
And I'm so lucky. It could have been so much worse. So many people deal with so much worse.
In case you missed it,
I obliterated my thumb.
Yes.
I broke and cut my thumb.
Slammed a door.
Got stitches and in a little, whatever you call this thing. It's a real mess. And hopefully it gets sorted out this week. But I was just in a hurry, I guess. I made a bad decision. So my strong opinion is calm down, make sure you're getting enough sleep, relax out there, just be careful.
Just be cool.
And I think urgent cares are a great thing, a great addition.
Yeah,
to the
and we're
old
lucky to have
healthcare.
them so you don't have to go to a hospital emergency room.
They did great. They did really, really well for me.
This is Hall of Famer Michael said the St. Louis Globe. That's what we call it.
Oh, like the old paper?
And then he sent a trademark symbol.
I don't know. That's so fancy. I just want it to be ball.
Again, $2.3 billion. That's a little pricey.
Well, you just make a smaller
You know
one.
what? I've got it. Worldwide Technology should build it.
There you go.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be
They
great.
got
Out there
money.
at Westport with the other stuff.
It could be the Worldwide Technology Ball.
And Rawlings is out there too at Westport.
Oh my gosh.
Rawlings, the Rawlings ball.
Yeah.
It could just be a ball.
Look like a it can look like
a
whatever
baseball.
you want. Yeah.
I mean, we've solved the world's problems
You did
today.
it.
Be careful.
Yeah, be
Don't
careful.
serve beer warm. And let's get our own sphere in St. Louis.
Call it the ball.
Those are your strong opinions.
Have a ball
for
at the
Monday.
ball.
We're doing it early today because we have a special guest. We have a couple special guests coming in a little after 9. Kelly Chase and Barret Jackman will be joining us.
Oh, hockey.
There's a cool charity game going on, and we'll give you all the information for that. So that's why Strong Opinions is an hour earlier.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Well, Eddie Vedder went to a Taylor Swift show with his daughter, and he was impressed. He said the community there reminded him of the punk rock crowd he grew up with.
Nice.
That is weird.
How do you feel about
All
that?
the bracelet exchanges.
That's
Yeah.
specifically what he talked about. He said he thinks that the making bracelets, he likes making bracelets with his daughter. He loves that all the young girls and boys are trading these bracelets. They have different messages on them and song lyrics and titles. And he said they had found their tribe. They were all agreeing on something. So he's basically saying, like, look, I know
The
it's
sense of
different.
community.
It's different music, obviously, but it's this idea of like all these people agree on this is what we love.
Yeah.
And he said it's the same thing with fans of punk music in the 80s, I guess.
Absolutely. There's a huge culture around Taylor Swift fandom.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool.
So he's a fan.
I'm with you, Eddie.
The old guy from Squid Game was convicted of sexual misconduct and was given an 8-month prison sentence.
Who's the old guy from Squid Game?
Oh, like the old guy?
The old guy.
No way.
79-year-old Oh Young-soo inappropriately touched an actress. He hugged her, held her hand, and kissed her cheek.
Was it on Squid Game or another project?
I think it was something else. He's been sent. His sentence, though, has been suspended for 2 years for some reason. I don't know Japanese law, but he played contestant 001. The old guy that's like a big part of the show. That's like I remember something coming out around that time that he had gotten in trouble, but I guess this is the result. Of what happened? Now you know. Drew Barrymore had The Rock on her show last week, and she dressed like him in that classic meme where he's wearing the fanny pack and the jeans that are up too high, and she had her hair done like his at the time. So
and the black turtleneck.
yes, the black turtleneck. And she's got muscles put in under her shirt. So the video's on the blog. It's funny. But she also, while he was on her show, asked him if he could do 5 squats with her on his back. And of course he can. And he was like, yes, of course I can do that. But I guess people are really...
Oh, they're saying she overstepped.
No, they're actually saying good things about him because before he just like... I mean, just imagine if you say that on a talk show, what's going to happen? All right, the strong guy's going to walk over and grab you and start doing, lifts or something. But before he did, he was like, all right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to put you over my shoulders, like in that fireman.
Oh, yeah.
And, I'm going to grab you here and lift you up. Is that okay? And like explained everything to her. And then she's like, yes, this is fine. And so like he got consent and everything before he did this physical maneuver. And people are like, he is the most amazing man.
Yes, he's very...
He is so kind and gentle.
It's like we talked, I think this weekend we were talking about, or maybe it was last week, Keanu Reeves, how he won't
Yeah.
Oh, it was Kevin Nealon.
Yes.
How he doesn't.
mentioned it.
He puts his arms around people but does not touch.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to invade
Yes.
the space. Joe Dante is the guy behind classic horror films like Gremlins, The Howling.
You really ran through that one.
I just
Gremlins.
say it my way. The Burbs, other stuff. Well, he's got a new project that he's working on. He is going to direct what they're calling a reimagining of Little Shop of Horrors. So reimagining makes me a little nervous because I really enjoyed I'm not a huge musical fan, but I like the music in that movie. I like the original. So does a reimagining mean...
Is it a musical?
Maybe it's not a musical? I don't know. What does that mean?
There was an original... Before the Rick Moranis one that we all know, there was another movie called Little Shop of Horrors that, if I'm not mistaken, Jack Nicholson was in. It was not a musical.
Really?
It was like...
Same idea, though?
It was more of a horror. Yeah, it's the same story. And I don't know if that was based on a book or
and
if
maybe
that
not
was the
comedy at
original.
all.
Yeah, I think it was a bad movie, and that's why those guys wrote the musical of it. Because it's Alan Menken, I think, and I think that's what put Alan Menken on the map. Anyway, so the one that we all know and love is actually based on another thing. So maybe this is who knows?
But if you look at the stuff he's done, he did like Gremlins and The Burbs both have kind of jokey angles to them. They're funny. So maybe he will
go in on the comedy.
I just don't know what it means by reimagining.
1960.
Wow.
Man, that's a while ago for that.
Oh, it's a Roger Corman movie. Yeah, so it's like an intentionally bad comedy and horror. But it's the same story for sure, but it is not a musical, I don't think.
Just have to see. Celine Dion shared an update on her battle with stiff person syndrome. It's up on the blog today if you want to check it out. Nicole Eggert, she was diagnosed with breast cancer a few months ago, so she's undergoing treatment, and she shaved her head. So she put a video of her doing it up on the blog. I think her daughter's helping her out too. So emotional video if you want to check that out. Also on the blog, you can get your first look at Timothée Chalamet in that new Bob Dylan biopic. Ooh. If you're a big fan, you might want to check it out. I think he could do a passable Dylan.
I don't know if I'm interested in young Bob Dylan.
I'm not a huge fan, but I know there's lots of people are.
Middle-aged, is that kind of your...
Oh, that's your jam?
What?
What's your middle-aged Dylan?
Oh, yeah.
Gets away from this and use this. Some guy on TikTok tracked Dua Lipa down so he could sing Houdini to her. It's up on the blog today. It reminded me of the moment from Empire Records where the woman starts singing Say No More, More, like singing to what's his
it's
face?
uncomfortable. It looks like it's in a hotel, and he
seems like
standing there waiting for her, and she's really sweet.
She is, but it kind of creeped me out. Also on the blog, you can see Tom Holland and Zendaya sing along to a Whitney Houston song.
Are they not the cutest couple?
I know.
Yeah, they're just sitting at a tennis tournament, and it's blasting over the speakers, and they're both just kind of bopping along, singing together, but probably not even realizing they're both singing together. Ray Parker Jr., Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson sang the Ghostbusters theme with Jimmy Fallon on and the Roots on The Tonight Show the other night. You can see that up on the blog today. Also on the blog, there's a video, and I've got it queued up here. So it's a video of 100 weird 80s songs, and I'm going to play some of them for you, and just, if you know any of them, just shout it out. It's called Fix Your Antenna from the Radio Pirates.
I don't.
They're pretty short clips. Anyone?
Nope.
This is La Berta from La Dolce Vita. Anything?
Is this like AI or something?
No, this is legit. That was I Want to Be a Flintstone. This is Hellbent Heaven from Big Pig.
Don't know it.
These are all 80s songs. Everybody here had a record deal.
Nope.
Break a Bamba from Equip. Uno, dos, tres. Those are like Central America there. It's just called Sex is Fun.
Nope. Never
Erica
heard
Berger. She does not look like she's having fun on the album. Ska, Chow Chow from Baseball. And even, you want me to just stop?
I can't believe I don't know one of these songs.
I listened for probably 6 minutes, and I didn't know a single one of them. Oh, you know the artist? No way. That's Thomas Dolby. Oh, this one.
Oh, was not was.
Well, you can see it. Did you know this?
I know Walk the Dinosaur.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know Roger.
Wait, what is it? What is this?
These are all songs from the 80s, apparently, that are just like weird songs.
Cold Cut.
Cold Cut featuring Yaz.
Oh, well, I love Yaz.
Called Doctor in the House. The Boot Hill Foot Tappers. All right, well, that's enough.
I don't know any of those.
No, we're only at 88. There's 100 of them. But they're all up on the blog. It's a 14-minute long clip.
Oh, well, waste some time today.
UB40.
UB40, song called Rat in My Kitchen.
I heard a weird, what's their name? I Want Bow Wow Wow song today.
Oh.
And not weird, I knew it. Do You Want to Hold Me? I think it's called. Real good song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they had a few songs. They had a Disneyland song, maybe? I don't know. They had a few. I had the album back in the day.
Not just I Want Candy.
Yeah.
They wanted other things.
They wanted other things.
Also on the blog, you can see what the most controversial song was on the year you were born.
Oh, I looked mine up and I'd never heard of it. I can't remember what it is. Yeah.
Do you want to
68?
68. Say it loud.
Or if I'm at a gas station, 72.
Yeah. James Brown. James Brown, Say It Loud.
Nope, don't know it. I know Foreigner. Is it Foreigner? No, Mike and the Mechanics.
Mike and the Mechanics. Mine's 76. Oh, Bob Dylan, Hurricane. I like that song.
All right, what about Tim, 80?
Timmy.
1980.
Bob Marley, Redemption Song.
Booyah up!
That's why you make that sound all the time.
Song.
It's in your blood. Also on the blog, you can listen to that Mark Knopfler song that has all of the musicians on it. Every great all-star musician out there are on this song. I listened to it. There are no vocals.
Oh, it's just guitar?
It's just, I guess there's just guitars coming in and out. You know, there's lots of guitarists and different
musicians. Here's your spot. It's like We Are the World, but with guitar.
Mm-hmm. But it's, so I don't know, maybe I just kind of skipped through it, but I never heard any vocals. Maybe there's other songs playing that I don't know about, but you can hear that song. It's all for charity, basically. And plus, everybody seems to love Mark Knopfler in the biz, so they'll do whatever he wants. On the TV tonight, Oprah's special, Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Revolution. We talked about that before. That's 7 o'clock tonight on ABC. And then all the reality shows are going tonight. The Voice, The Bachelor, The Women Tell All. Ooh. So You Think You Can Dance, and Deal or No Deal Island, all happening this evening if you want to check them out. I'm Brando, your Hollywood Outsider.
The Courtney Show, Sporty Sports.
Well, this isn't really sports, but Yacht Rock Madness is going on. It's a bracket-style game. You can vote on your favorite Yacht Rock songs. Somebody's going to win $500, even if you didn't get your bracket in. Go vote for your favorites, and we will reveal each day after the voting ends who is moving on and give you 2 new matchups every single day. It's all brought to you by the Loading Dock on the river in Grafton, Illinois. Tim went to the Blues game yesterday. It was mom's night out.
Yeah, Emma and I went with our moms. It was great. We had great seats. We were like kind of second row from the ice, which was awesome. And you know, these moms, they talk quite a bit, and they're like, oh, this and that, and you could, that puck will fly at you, and
you gotta keep your head on a swivel.
So they're screaming, and the people around us got a real kick out of it, but they're also like asking questions, and I'm like, man, we're down here. My mom even says, she's like, this is going to be a waste of a seat for me. I don't know what's going on, and they're asking like hockey questions, and it's like, I get embarrassed in those situations, and then the women in front of us, one of them turns back and goes, now, why are they just jumping on and off the ice like that? And I'm like, oh, okay, I think we're okay. Like, they were...
You became the specialist.
Yeah. Because I get nervous.
Gather around, ladies.
Somebody's going to ask me a question. That was my fear. They're going to ask me a question I don't know the answer to, because I don't know hockey as well as I probably should. And I was like, okay, we're all going to be okay in this section.
This is a shift. This is their shift.
Yeah. It works out.
But sometimes
it is unusual.
Sometimes they get stuck with too many men on ice.
Mm-hmm. It is unusual that they're just doing substitutions it's one of the cool things about hockey.
Yeah, there's no stop and play.
There's no stop. It just goes and goes.
And you saw a winner, 4 in a row for the Blues.
Yeah, I got some. And the coolest part was that I just was like, oh, they're down here shooting, and we were on a power play. I'm like, I'll take a video, and then we scored a goal. So you can see that's up on the Courtney Show Instagram story up on my Instagram too.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was great.
And I don't know how many games are left, but I do know that we are 4 points behind the Golden Knights for the wild card. So we have 75. They have 79. Predators above them in the wild card with 82. I think we have the world the country on our side, though, or the world, because Canada. I don't think anybody wants to see Golden. I think people would be really happy to see Golden Knights not make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm seeing 15 games.
15 games. That's plenty. And-
Left?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, plenty
Yeah.
of time.
And we have
4 games, though.
Kelly Chase and Barret Jackman coming in just a few minutes. They're going to talk about this charity game that's going to be happening at Centene Rink in April with a lot of stars there. It's really, really cool. So we'll talk more about them, see how Kelly Chase is doing. Never met Barret Jackman, but I did hear word of the famous Dan O'Neill is also in the building.
I saw that as well.
The famous Dan O'Neill. Early on our show, Chris Convey named names and called out Dan O'Neill for all the emails he sends.
Yeah. Ever since then, Chris never got any more emails from Dan anymore, but neither did I.
I didn't either, and I had to write Dan and say I appreciate all the emails.
Yeah, they're helpful.
And you know Dan, or you know.
I know who Dan is,
Yes.
but I don't know
I've
Dan
never met him,
personally.
though.
No.
Well, he's here in the building.
I cannot wait.
I wish Chris. I'm mad Chris isn't here because I would like to see those two face off.
I saw him. He's walking around just opening up studio doors and throwing papers in at people.
But they've said they then bonded.
They're all good. They're all good. He found it very funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody had told him about the complaints and names were named, and Dan O'Neill was called out on the show, and we were early in our
Yeah, it was probably
showtime.
the only emails we were getting.
Yeah.
What a fun moment that I'm hopefully going to get hockey tickets out.
But also March Madness starts this week. All the basketball. Are we anybody in any kind of pools or anything?
Emma has been watching. I didn't even know. I'm so uninvested, honestly, because Mizzou was terrible. SLU wasn't good. Like
I'm rooting for Illinois. I'm rooting for Illinois.
That'll be hopefully fun, but I just don't. I'm just not invested at all. Like if those teams aren't in it, and Emma is watching every game on the multicast. You know, we have the thing where it's insane.
She is?
Yes.
Where did Emma go to college?
Miami of Ohio.
So are they? No. They're not a basketball powerhouse.
They have a basketball team. And I mean, it's the multicast I'm like, what are you doing?
I am weird this time of year too. Nick is always just bothered that I want to watch college basketball, but it's usually because
we enjoy it.
It's I like it. I like this time of year.
And I saw a few interesting, kind of buzzer beaters and stuff. And once the tournament starts, cool. And I'm not against it by any means. She's watching all of the conference tournaments, and again, the simulcast. She's watching. She cannot wait. And
Who is she rooting for?
I don't know. Just good basketball. Just good, fundamental, soundly played
Whoever
basketball.
the underdog is.
I
right?
know. I enjoy it too. And Nick will come home. He's like, "What is your deal with basketball?" He has the same questions for me, and it's usually based on the bracket that I filled out. But I have not done that. I didn't do that this year. I think there's still time.
Yeah.
There's still time before the first game starts. Yeah. But yes, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I really get into
fun.
it.
It is funny that Emma
But the
is
idea
all
of
in.
we got to get home and turn on basketball or at the Blues game, she and her mom are like, okay, who's making it?
Really? They're waiting for the announcement?
Hurry up with this dumb hockey game.
Debbie grew up in Dayton, so she's invested in I guess they're good.
The Daytoneers?
The old Daytoneers, the Flyers.
The Daytoneers.
She loves it. So yeah, that'll be a lot of basketball.
Oh, and then the big news, I was out on the golf course on Friday when word came down about Ali Marmol getting an extension.
Yeah, and what's great is everyone in St. Louis is so excited about it.
People were just hoping this would
falling
happen.
over themselves.
They really
so happy
needed
about
to know that he was secured in
people were worried
his time.
that he was going to get lured away by the Yankees, or the Dodgers.
I think the Dodgers really wanted him.
They wanted him, but we got him locked up, everybody.
Oh,
Hands off, America.
He's ours.
That was a bizarre.
And there's nothing wrong with him, obviously. It just seems like a very unnecessary move.
Yeah.
For a team that was absolutely terrible this past year.
Yeah, it doesn't.
They better be good this year.
It's just bizarre. It
put a lot of
bizarre.
pressure on him.
Everybody was on the golf course was like, what is happening? Like, why?
That doesn't seem like a move that would be well received on the golf course.
It was not well received. It was what is going on? What is happening? All right, Karen from O'Fallon is very excited about Barret Jackman coming in studio.
Me too, Karen.
It's a really cool game. If you love hockey and you want to support the St. Louis Blues, we have information about that a little after 9 o'clock with Kelly Chase, Barret Jackman in studio with The Courtney Show.
The Court.
You can count on Cantor. Hi, I'm Mark Cantor of Cantor Injury Law. Cantor Injury Law is local, and that's much different than the other lawyers you see advertising. You can count on Cantor to know you and your injury. Count on Cantor to know the law and how to maximize the money you win in your case. You can count on Cantor because we've been winning cases like yours for 30 years. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Courtney Show.
Well, we are very excited because in studio we have Barret Jackman and Kelly Chase.
Hey!
Some St. Louis Blues legends hanging out with us this morning. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Great, thank you.
I got a text about you, Barret, from Karen from O'Fallon. She said, my favorite Barret Jackman story. Our oldest son played hockey, and one day he had practice, and for some reason his coach had to pick him up and take him to practice. Well, his coach had to make a quick stop somewhere on the way, and they went to some guy's house. Who opens the door in his underwear? It was Barret Jackman. I think it might have been your first year with the Blues. She wasn't in the car. This is from her son, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say, did she get in the car from his house?
You guys are in studio because you guys are doing something really cool. The Blues alumni face off against NHL alumni and celebrity guests at the Puck Cancer charity game. I have to be very careful with that.
Correct.
Puck Cancer.
On April 1st at the Centene Center. And all the money's going to go to the Jimmy V Foundation for Siteman Cancer Center. How the first question, Kelly, how you feeling? How's everything going?
I feel good. I'm very fortunate. I found out I have acute myeloid leukemia, AML, in the middle of November, and they got in remission here mid-January. So I did a trial drug for the first 2 sessions of chemo, and then I have 3 left. I had 3 left. I have 1 remaining, which I will do after the game, 2 days after the game. So I feel good. I mean, I feel like I'm very fortunate, and it's just a matter of it knocks 6 or 7 months out of your life, but it's just a process, and it'll be a story.
What kind of patient is Kelly Chase?
I would have thought I was a good patient until I took my doctor and his wife for dinner.
Oh, he's
yeah. Hey,
And another thing.
The psychologists are not coming back to your room ever. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
What about the dog that wouldn't come back either?
Yeah, the dog. They brought
that
a
therapy dog?
Yeah. Do you want to talk to the dog? I was like, what dog? I said, the dog talk? And they said, no. I said, what the hell do I need a dog in here that doesn't talk for? What am I going to say? And I was serious. I was like, what are you guys talking about? They said, well, it's a therapy dog. I said, and the dog doesn't talk. What kind of therapy is he going to give me? And so pretty soon they're like, forget it.
We're not even going to try to talk you into it. Some people are like, oh, there's a dog. I can pet a dog. That brings me some happiness.
Meanwhile, the dog's on the other side of the curtain. His ears just drop. I'll just leave.
I apparently had stuff to do. I wasn't going to sit there and spill my beans to the dog. And I was on narcotics when the psychologist came in, so I wasn't very polite. Found that out. And they didn't love me racing the wheelchairs in the hallways when I was snapped a tendon off my knee. So I was in a wheelchair, so I was trying to get some workouts in. I hit a lady in the shin with my wheelchair.
You're going to write a book about this, right?
You sound like a lot of fun.
Twist escaping me out of the hospital.
I heard the Twist story. Didn't he take your, was it your Peloton?
Yeah, he eventually did, yeah. But it was me that needed to get out.
Yes.
And,
But you weren't going to tell anyone. You were just going to escape.
have you ever seen the movie The Town where Ben Affleck goes in and he said, we're going to do something bad and I need your help. And we can never talk about it again and we're going to hurt some people. And Remy's on the couch and he leans up and he says, whose car are we going to take? Well, that's Twister, okay? Twister calls me. I'm having a complete meltdown. I tell him I need out of there. He's asking me to relax, be okay. And finally he goes, let me ask you a question. Are you hooked up to anything? And I said, nope. And he said, I'll be there in 25 minutes. And that's the kind of guy Twister is. So he's a 3 a.m. guy. That's what they call it. 3 a.m.
I love it.
But in any event, it worked out. I was getting discharged and got in a bunch of trouble with my family because my doc, I felt obligated to tell my wife because I was going back in for another round. And he's like, hey, you can't just leave when you want. You don't have the flu. You have leukemia. So you're going to hang in there. So I did that. And
get in there and talk to the dog.
Yeah, so there's a few times where if you're asking me how I patient, I thought I was a pretty good patient.
They got some stories.
They apparently had their meetings in the morning and didn't think I was always so
to know
good.
how to deal with you.
It was great, though. Our Dr. Abu just was like, hey, leave them alone. Like, if Barret Jackman goes into the hospital and he sees those people, he's going to think they're really sick, which is what I did. And I felt sorry for them. And I was like, because I'm getting out. Like, that's how I feel.
You're not them.
I'm not them. Mm-mm. That's not how I think. And so I took a Peloton in and I rode the bike and I worked out and I did the things that I felt I had to do for me. But my doctor was smart enough to realize that we're not the norm. And he would talk about that. And he's like, you can't take their numbers and you can't take what they're doing and what's happening to them and put them in the system as the norm because that's not how they operate. They don't think like that. They think if you tell them that their shoulder surgery is 3 months, it's going to be 2 months in their mind and they're working off a different number than you're working off of. And even though this is as serious as it is with anybody, and I feel horrible for seeing the shape some of the people were in, I never thought like that. I never thought like I was going to be on my bed and stuck to my bed. I just didn't do that. I just tried to, walk 7 to 10 miles a day and just do the things that, and sometimes it would take me all day to do 100 push-ups. But I did them.
It was the thing you could control.
Well, that's how we think. We think, and I'm not knocking other people. But other people bring in lazy boy chairs and game stations. I brought in a Peloton, so that's what he would do. That's what guys that have got, because you never get to that level of expertise where you're the minimal person in that genre, okay, in hockey, and in the millions and millions and millions that play, and you never get to that pinnacle if you're not the norm. Mm-hmm. And that's the way it works. So there was fellowship meetings in the morning with the doctors, and there was times where he's had to say, leave him alone. Just stop telling him to get off that bike, because he ain't going to listen to you.
Yeah, this is something that you need to do for yourself.
I have a good story. I got a hold of Lance Armstrong through a friend of ours that we both know at college, and we're talking on the phone, and he said, no, I wrote it because I was bored out of my head. And Lance goes, I said, I thought you were trying to move the chemo and get your body move. And he goes, yeah, but that's not what I did. He goes, I wrote it like a 6-year-old when I got when I first got my treatments done. And then when I knew it was time to go back in for a treatment, I knew I was getting stronger when I could ride at 100, 120 miles a day. So, and I was certainly not riding it like that. But he goes, but every day I walk by this apple fritter in the cafeteria and I looked at it, and I've never had one in my life. And he goes, I just wanted this apple fritter. And then he finally says, so finally one day I just had it. I just drilled this thing, and he said, oh my God, it was so good. I had apple fritters 10 days in a row. So I said to him, dude, I was thinking the same thing downstairs. So I went down, about 3 days later, I took a picture of this Oreo cookie sundae, and I took a picture of it, and I sent back. Screw it. I sent back to him, right? And he sends back, "Attaboy."
Apple fritter is some kind of gateway Danish.
You can spiral. You spiral quickly.
We have a friend, our friend Greg Warren, who's a comedian, went to we have donut stops in the summer, and he went to one of these donut stops and got an apple fritter, and he couldn't stop.
Yeah.
And he's very disciplined usually.
Yeah, he was a wrestler in college, so
Yeah.
same sort of like mentality.
2 months he was on a bad kick.
We had an intervention. It got very intense.
That was
grab
my lunch
fritters away from him.
That was my lunch in high school: apple fritter and a bag of ketchup chips.
Those two things don't sound delicious together.
I feel like they probably work.
I don't know, when you're a Canadian hockey player burning thousands of calories.
Yes,
a day,
you're right.
You just do whatever you can.
It is good. That's a good point. So how are we feeling? We're going to talk about this cool event. Definitely want people to get tickets because there's some all-stars that are going to be at this thing, which is really cool. How you feeling about the Blues? I mean, they've looked good for the past 4 game. What are they in a 4-game winning streak right now? Just out of the wild card. How are we feeling?
They're getting the results. It's not always the Picasso, but they're finding ways to win. You like more consistency throughout the game, but that if they're going to climb this hill, they have to be be on every period, every shift, and right now they're finding ways to win, but they still have to get better, and it's a tough task. But
15 games left though, 4 points behind, I believe.
Yeah,
the Vegas.
The runway's
Vegas
getting pretty short right now, but if you never know, you get into the dance, you never know hot goaltender or what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I think the depth of the other organizations that they're chasing is what scares I think them probably a little bit, knowing that But again, if you galvanize enough where you can get in, it makes you dangerous heading in because you've obviously swept up some momentum to catch a team from 4 points back with 15 to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think the world would love for us to take Vegas out.
People hate Vegas because of the salary cap.
They didn't have to. They haven't understood the pain.
Yeah,
like they were in the finals. They're an expansion team. They didn't know the years.
They've done a very good job of circumventing the cap with injuries.
Yeah.
So they hide guys on the roster till after the deadline, and then after the deadline, when these guys could come off the roster, they pull them off the roster and put them on the team. And I don't know what are they over now? About $14 million over the cap.
About $14 million.
How can we do this?
We can. We just got to get some guys to agree to be injured for put them on the long-term IR, and then when it's time to play in the playoffs.
Really?
I think that team, though, I think once it gets to the playoffs, I think they're going to have so many, first, second line guys that they're going to be playing third, fourth lines that they're not going to know how to play, and I think it might end up kind of biting them in the butt by the end of it.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah, let's see some
That's
butt
what
biting.
everybody's hoping. So that's what I got in my mind right now.
Now, when you guys go to Blues games, things that happen now at Blues games, they're always trying to find fun in-game things going on. What's your favorite newer thing that they do at the Blues games? Do you like the power-up thing, or do you hate it? Do you like the
lookalikes?
The lookalikes is the best.
That's my favorite.
They've been doing that for a long time, and that's the best part of the game.
It's the best.
And then there's a bunch of stuff in there that I would. We still do stuff with them. Let's move on.
Okay, all right.
The 50-50 is the best thing they do, right?
The 50-50 is awesome. I love that as somebody that wants to win some cash. You hate it. Only in Missouri would we do a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
It happens at every charity event. They do it everywhere?
Up in Edmonton, it gets up to $500,000 for a lot of games. That's crazy.
Wow.
Sell them all week, and then that'll be one game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would love to win $500,000.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's go to Canada.
All right, let's talk.
No, Jesus.
He hates it.
Have you met their leader? God, no.
He's a handsome fella, isn't he?
Yeah, that's great. That's how he got in. A bunch of old ladies voted for the cute guy. Instead
He's
of
so handsome.
He's such a moron. I'm telling you.
So you're not a fan?
Just to be clear.
Anti-Canada.
I don't mind.
50-50.
I'm not going to talk bad about the Blues, but that guy, go ahead. You spend an hour in here on that.
Got a whole country after you now.
All right, so let's
He's got an 11% approval rating. How the hell can the
never mind.
country be against me? If you have an 11% approval rating, you just resign. You just go, you know what? I stunk at this. I'm going to go do something else. He spent more money than all the rest of the prime ministers put together, and nobody can stand him. So there.
I really miss that Toronto mayor. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah, the guy that was on all the cocaine.
Well, it was meth, but who was counting?
It was probably a little of both.
Something was mixed in.
Well, let's talk about the game. It's the alumni celebrity game. It's the Puck Cancer charity game. It's April 5th. Tickets are on sale now, and it is at Centene. Let our audience know who's going to be playing.
We got a pretty good lineup. There's going to be a lot of guys that have, retired recently on both sides, so it should be an entertaining game. And then you got some good personalities behind the bench, and Joe Quinville, Brett Hall. Chaser's going to be out there. He's going to score a couple goals. I think.
Oh yeah, I'm going to score. No,
yeah.
I'm not playing. I'm going to if I get my equipment on, it'll be one shift up and down. See if I can still stand up. See ya.
Did I see that Ed Belfour is going to be there?
Eddie Belfour is going to be there. Chelios. We have two guys to do.
What's going on? We're letting the Blackhawks guys in.
On the opposite team.
Yeah, here's something that a lot of people don't know about, but a friend of ours and a former teammate and a St. Louis Blues alumni, Darren Kimball, who played with Eddie and played with Chelly, or friends with him, he's been suffering with leukemia since a couple days before the parade.
Oh,
and never
really?
told anybody. And he told me like 4 days into my treatments. And it just kind of dumbfounded me at first. And then I was like, Kimby, like, I got 6,000 people that have reached out to me. This is hard enough with all this support you get. Like, you got to tell people. And it was not his style to talk about it, and it was not his style to share it with people, which is each person should have that opportunity to have that, not be deprived of his own confidentiality. But I do think that he has a platform.
Yes.
And he's got the ability to help other people, and I wanted him to be a part of that. And I just told him how much people care about him, they do. Like, they love the guy. And he's as tough as anybody that played. And so we got him to open up a bit about it, and now he's going to be a part of it. And so like the poster childs for, we've got Courtnall and Nelson Emerson and guys that you haven't seen for a while coming into town that are great guys, great human beings. And then just guys that are coming in just to be around, like Garth Butcher and Brendan Shanahan's going to coach, and like just guys that come around and be around it. But Tony Granato, myself, Brian Boyle, Troy Murray, and Darren Kimball are all kind of the Make-A-Wish kids who are kind of the guys that are the poster childs for the leukemia. And we lost Lieutenant Colonel Caruso this year, who was a big part of the Blues organization after 50 years of helping out with security and everything, and it was just part of everybody's family. So for this particular event, the money through the Jimmy V Foundation and Siteman's is going to be directed completely at research. So rather than trying to figure out if your money's going to help build another parking garage at Siteman's or something like that, it's not.
It's the research, which is huge.
Huge. Like, they could
People are just waiting for something new to come out.
And the innovations in the last 10 years are massive. This trial drug I was on, it could have saved my life. For all I know, it put everything in remission. So if they've got a $10 million account, for instance, if they have they need $10 million for this one drug that they really believe in, and there's a $60,000 shortfall. They don't start the trial until that $60,000 hole is plugged. So if we could fill, 6 or 7 of them holes to get 6 or 7 new trials going, maybe it'll help one of our family members or our friends or just somebody we don't know that, So I think I tried to explain that to Kimby and just say, listen, I love you, but you're going to have to understand that there's a whole bunch of people you can help with your platform, because you're not only a popular guy, you're more popular than you give yourself credit for, but you're also you also have that platform that people enjoy you, and your social media smart ass comments that you make and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think that people are going to be so excited to see Kimball and Butcher and you. I mean, it's just you guys are the ones that I think a lot of people want to talk to because you're the backbone. You were the guys that they were cheering on in fights and throwdowns and enforcing the team. And that's why they're still so big, like the Tony Twists of the world. I mean, people.
Yeah, Twister will be there. He can't play anymore since his motorcycle accident, but he doesn't. He was at that hospital like Barret was every second day, and a great friend. So I'm sure people get VIP tickets too. They're going to have an opportunity to see the big guy there too. So it'll be fun seeing everybody together again.
Plus some celebrities. I know that somebody in here mentioned Dave Coulier, but I noticed DB Sweeney.
Yeah,
DB Sweeney, Cutting Edge.
Cutting Edge.
One of the best hockey meets figure skating movies that's out there.
One of them.
He was
Ice Castles was the original.
I didn't even think
he was Robbie Benson was a hockey player. Holly Marie Combs, figure skater.
Yeah.
They forgot about the flowers. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but it was a big movie for me when I was a young girl.
Well, there are a couple of them out there, but DB's been a fun friend of ours for a long time. I actually met him, I think originally when he was Shoeless Joe Jackson and 8 Men Out. And then he was doing a movie with Sheen and Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. They did I don't know, we went after a game to some garbage dump. They were a garbage collector.
Men at Work?
Men at Work.
Yeah.
He was in Men at Work?
I didn't know
So we went out there. DB took us out there. They were filming, so we sat out there and filmed, and they had to film through the night because there was nobody working, and they were doing some deal. And then we had a little bit of a party because there was a bunch of people out there. And then they got in these cars that Charlie Sheen had just bought, these new Mercedes cars, and we raced around this. We made a track around the junkyard and just ripped around after a game. So like in LA, you wanted to win, you wanted a day off, and then you wanted to hang around with Hully because you never knew who some of the characters he was going to be heading out with.
That's awesome. I mean, some of these stories are so great.
Oh, I know.
I just love them all. Well, listen.
Here's what's going to happen at halftime, though. Trevor, the three pipers are going to come out from Canada. They're going to pipe a song. Our guy that Craigie Ninos, who's played in stadiums, unbelievable hockey player, played for the Bruins and is a musician. He's going to be singing with the pipers. He's going to sing "Amazing Grace" at the start of the game. He's going to do "Hallelujah" at the middle of the game, and then he'll be he'll be playing all his stuff in the VIP room after the game. But he's going to sing, and then Trevor's going to sing. Trevor Rosen from Old Dominion is going to sing a song at Center Ice, and then with his equipment on. And then Dirks is going to sing. Dirks Bentley's going to sing a song.
This is going to be a fun day.
It'll be a halftime kind of show. And then we'll come back out and play what will resemble hockey. And then we'll have our VIP party till Craig's voice is sore.
This is going to be a fun event. And even if you can't get tickets to the event, it's April 4th. Or is it April 4th? April 6th.
5th.
April 5th. You can bid on some jerseys that are available too.
Yes. That'll be open the 4th, I think, with a Q code and open and then closing on the 6th. So and that'll be through NHL Network or at NHLauctions.com.
And it's Puck Cancer. It's April 5th, Centene, and people can get tickets. Is it Ticketmaster?
Yeah.
Ticketmaster.
Now, Ticketmaster had a little hiccup and the system went down. It said sold out. So I got 100 calls from people saying, hey, you sold out of the game already. How do I get tickets? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They went on this morning, instead of saying system down, it said sold out.
Oh.
So we're counting on Ticketmaster to maybe up their game a little bit and hopefully they help us with a little bit of that sales too, and we sell it out because we are close.
Okay, well, get your ticket. Then don't wait.
Don't wait.
Because you guys are making the rounds today, so I have a feeling by 10 it might be sold out.
I love it.
That would be nice. And you can still make donations too if you're not available to go to the game. You could go on the sites.
I think it's
make donations.
blues.givesmart.com. Is that the correct? It's for the auction.
Yeah.
That's for the auction. But they can get the information on the Blues website to just make donations as well. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. Again, it's Puck Cancer, April 5th. Dan O'Neill, you have anything to say? Nothing? He's like,
and
no.
Dan's just, he's unbelievable. He's just the coordinator. He just herds the cats.
Yeah, I know, but there was a little Dan O'Neill time on the air early on in our show because Chris Convey and Dan he was tired of getting his emails.
He's calling him out.
So he boots Chris from the emails, and then he boots me, and I'm like, no, I still want the emails.
Yeah.
You're just doing your job, Dan.
That's right.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it. All right, thank you so much, Barret Jackman, Kelly Chase. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
First 5 notes on 106.5 The Arch.
First 5 notes is brought to you by Carroll House Furniture. And Carroll House will beat any price in the country. Shop Carroll House because you like nice things. Our contestant for First 5 notes today. Hello, Chad from Alton. How you doing?
I am doing well. How are you guys?
Great.
I have a little neck issue right now, Chad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad. And I think Brando's neck hurts. And then we got Broken Thumb Tim over here.
Broken thumb, Chad. Broken thumb.
So Tim can use his feet on your neck, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that would be a pleasurable experience.
Just throwing that out.
Yeah.
All right,
It's funny,
Chad.
the hockey guys stop by and then they beat us up, I guess, and walk out, and we're all in pain.
All right, Chad, we've got some great tickets. You're going to be able to hang out with John Cusack for the evening. That sounds fun, right?
Of course it does. Are you kidding me? And you're going to be there?
I'll be there.
Couldn't get any better.
I'll be doing the Q&A. It is an evening with John Cusack. It's next Saturday, March 30th at Stiefel Theater. You get to see a screening of Say Anything and then a Q&A with John Cusack himself. Who do you want to play against? Or who do you want? That's who you do. Mm-hmm.
Let's do Brando. I was going to do you, but your neck hurts. Tim's thumb hurts. Let's go Brando.
Brando's
I seem
the guy.
to be the healthiest right now.
You really are.
It's a good idea.
All right. Are you ready to roll, Chad?
I am.
All right. Here's song number 1. You know this.
Is that Wilson Phillips?
Of course it is.
Really all over that. Nice job, Chad. Chad, are you a paid actor to be on our program? You're perfect.
I know he really is good.
He's got great
talkative
diction. He knows everyone on the show. He's cracking
try.
jokes.
All right, keep it moving here, Chad. Here's song number 2.
I'm thinking Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
I think we planted it, and I just don't remember.
I didn't set this up
for this,
I
but he's
did not.
doing a great job.
I think he just got a raise, actually, Chad. It's very impressive. You won the tickets. Congratulations. But let's go for a third. Here's song number 3.
Ooh.
That's Mark Cohn, Walking in Memphis.
Man!
I mean,
just a ringer.
Great start to the week.
I feel like a champion, people. A champion.
You are a champion.
You
are. Congratulations, Chad. We have a pair of tickets for you to enjoy Say Anything at Stiefel Theater and a Q&A with John Cusack. That's next Saturday, March 30th. Tickets are still available. You can get all the details at 1065thearch.com. But you also get a $25 gift card to find out what Piccadilly at Schnucks is all about. Tim's been talking about it for weeks. It's a salad bar reimagined. You can visit a Piccadilly inside a Schnucks location near you. Congrats to Chad. We'll get you those tickets, and we will play First 5 Notes again tomorrow on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
New Amy texted in and said, I know you can't wish me a happy birthday, but maybe you could congratulate me on making it to 50. Congratulations. I just said congratulations.
I don't like that. That's a new can of worms.
I like my job too much.
But it's, it's a big one. Somebody just texted in a little while ago. People really love the Kelly Chase Barret Jackman interview too.
So did we.
Great. Barret Jackman, I wanted to say that obviously we talked to Chaser a lot and he was incredible. But Barret Jackman, if you walk into the headquarters of any charity here in St. Louis, there is a picture of Barret Jackman in the lobby somewhere.
Because he's done that much work
Because he's done
with
that
charities?
much work. Seriously, it's hilarious. They're like, oh, Barret Jackman's a big part. I'm like, yeah, he's a big part of all of them. I get it.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it really is. I think he's a real good guy.
You can get these tickets at Ticketmaster. Puck Cancer. And it is in April, and I have a feeling it's going to sell out. So if you're even thinking about it, buy those tickets.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Garth Brooks.
No, it was. I think
it was a
somebody-
Garth Butcher?
Yeah, Garth Butcher.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that that's Garth Butcher? Because in the press release it said Garth Brooks.
It did.
It did?
Yes.
And I was like,
oh.
I didn't mention him because I thought they would mention him.
I know. That has to be a typo, right? Because I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, Garth Butcher. I'm like, wait, that's Garth Brooks.
It's a very advantageous typo.
Like a celebrity coach.
Garth Brooks also, from what I understand, making an appearance at Can You Feel the Punk tonight.
Really?
Well, it might be a typo, but he also might be there.
There'll be
so.
a famous Garth there.
Yeah,
maybe
May
a
11th.
very famous or a regionally famous.
No, but even if that's a typo, they've got.
No, man.
Oh, yeah.
And those events are so fun because it's all these people. They're so excited to be there. The celebrities are playing with pro hockey players. They're excited to see each other. Like it's such a fun.
It's a cool
atmosphere.
vibe.
Yeah.
And you can donate too. The research thing is so big because there are people out there going through treatment right now that are waiting for that miracle drug that might be the miracle that they are waiting for. And so the money towards research is so huge.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody texted in early this morning, wow, Tim, some people do anything to keep from changing diapers.
I do. That is one thing I'm able to do quite a bit. I did. Brando had to open a protein bar for me earlier, but
the real dad
one
moment.
thing I cannot do right now is change diapers. So I'll be seeing a specialist this afternoon.
Okay. Doug texted, hey, Brando, I thought I heard you mention cinnamon bun beer during food court. Matter of fact, Boulevard Brewing does one called Cinnamon Bun Ale. It was pretty good.
Oh, I'm sure it's delicious. Yeah, I like those like sweet wintry beers that they come out with, like that sort of thing. I've had toasted marshmallow before, which I really like, stuff like that.
We talked about the most sugar-filled drinks that Eat This, Not That put out. Somebody texted in, naked drinks are natural sugar, not added sugar.
True, but it's still sugar.
Yeah.
And you're eating like 15 apples with one drink, and they're like, that's a lot of sugar. It's fruit.
Bestie Dan said, I saw a Bluebell truck this morning. This fat man almost went to hijack it.
Please don't hijack.
Somebody texted earlier that they lived in Texas and they went to Schnucks, and it's not there yet. So I don't know what time.
Yeah, I looked this weekend. It wasn't.
Yeah, they said today's the day they're going to try to roll it out to all the stores, but they even said, like, this is the first time we've fired up this distribution network, so there may be a hiccup or two.
Not Drunk Lisa texted over the weekend, watching Welcome Home Nikki Glazer on Peacock this weekend. OMG, she and Chris are so adorable. I just love them.
Aw.
Yeah, we love them too.
I forgot you could watch that.
I know, I did too. Amy from Wentzville said, having owned, we were talking about the guy that invented karaoke passing away at 100. Having owned a karaoke business for 20 plus years, if I never hear Picture again, it will be too soon.
Oh, yeah.
Other songs that people sing that are way too long, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights and anything by Metallica.
Oh, man. And Metallica is not an easy thing to sing.
Amy and I went back and forth. She gets really angry at the people that think they're performing for the crowd there. They just go up there. It's like, this isn't your own private concert.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why they're there. So
Yeah, but go do this at home.
They want an audience, though.
It's very frustrating.
But then what is it? What should people do? What is appropriate?
You get one song.
Oh, and then you got it.
Yeah. Don't keep putting your name up there.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah.
Take a break.
What if you're like really good and you've been workshopping?
Amy said she dislikes it too.
Oh, okay.
She does not. She's not a fan of it. Brando, you have to finish Wonka to get the full effect. It's I don't know what they mean there. It's lighthearted, not freaky, but it's more of a moral of the story type movie.
Okay.
You can be anything you want to be, no matter what anyone says.
Oh,
I plan on watching it. I'm just that my early return was
And then we played Throwback Live today, and the Facts of Life theme was one of them. We got a couple texts about this. Alan Thicke and Gloria Loring wrote the Different Strokes and Facts of Life theme because you mentioned,
Oh yeah, that's
is that
right.
Alan Thicke? Did he write that? And it seems like they did.
Yeah.
He did, if Gloria Loring's a singer. Sorry, I have like something in my throat. Then we talked about the tipping on prom dresses and wedding dresses. Yep, I was asked to tip 2 years ago when I bought my daughter's prom dress, and they're not cheap. These prom dresses are like prices that I paid way too much. My prom dress was very, very expensive for the time. And that's how much they are now, $400 to $600.
Yeah, we had Amelia when I went shopping with Amelia. We kind of wandered through the prom dresses, and she was just like, what is this magical world of dresses?
I know, it is.
Like, get her out, get her out.
Yeah, you got some years to wait. Steak and Shake on Telegraph, I was asked for a tip at the kiosk. Every inside order must use the kiosk, even though I had to get my own drink from a printed slip off the receipt, seat myself, and pick up the food when my name was called.
Yeah, well, you tip yourself, I guess.
Let's see. Oh, and then I just got this text. This is crazy. From 314. I have 2 daughters getting married. Both bought dresses the last 5 months. Woo.
Oof, man.
Our girls warned me about the tipping. We had given each daughter a limit of $2,500 for a dress, and they easily each found one for this. What I didn't take into account was the tipping that automatically pops up, plus tax, plus charging you $100 for a garment bag. All of this added another $500 on top of the dress. I tipped the lowest amount that popped up each time, and it was $120.
Man, oh man.
My husband found this outrageous and was mad. I tipped it all. It puts you in an awkward position.
So that's just everywhere now?
It's everywhere.
If you're buying a wedding dress?
I guess so.
Wow.
And then you don't want to feel bad.
You're like, I guess everybody else is doing it. I got to do it too.
Lots of really good texts this morning. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show.
Oh, I did get a text from my dad. He said that his boss, we talked earlier this morning about, did the comedy over the weekend, and I was joking about how he needs a different truck. And he said that his boss, Mike Arrett, has been getting phone calls from all these people that he hasn't heard from in years that heard us talking about it on the show this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And then my mom said, I think that's worthy of a new truck or at least a license plate light. So we'll see. I'll let you know.
All right, if you guys want to, first of all, get your request in for the Great Taste Gang Song of the Day. You still have time to do it. Get it in now, 1065thearch.com. But I think that if you didn't hear the Kelly Chase Barret Jackman, it's worth listening to that podcast, and it's fueled by our friends at Salt and Smoke. But if you want to text us before we leave for the day, 314 Cheney Window and Door text line, 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
Paul from O'Fallon said his hero is Chaser. He said he sat with him and Uncle Bobby at a Otters game watching Jackson Jammer. I've never laughed so hard and been in such heaven with those 2 of my all-time favorites. Thanks, Chaser. Keep kicking butt.
Man, hockey players are the coolest.
Yeah. They really are. They're not shrouded in handlers.
Yep.
They come in and hang out and tell stories. Nobody's like, you get to talk to them beforehand. Yeah. It's not
and even busting chops with Dan from the Blues too. And that was really funny.
Yeah,
watching all those guys. Yeah, I don't think a lot of other professional athletes have stories about racing cars at a junkyard with Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez.
They're just fun.
Yep.
They just are living. They know that they're doing what they love to do.
Yes.
And they don't take themselves too seriously. I just think they're the best.
Yep.
Oh, hey. Man, that was fun, wasn't it? Why don't we meet up later and I'll make you a sandwich at Salt and Smoke. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Tickles. Bye.